Considered one of F1's most dominant and best-loved champions, he drove the iconic Ferrari 500 and defended his title the year after. It was Juan Manuel Fangio in his Ferrari 250 who secured the team's next driver's title in 1956. Remember, he was world champion 5 times with 4 different teams. Mike Hawthorne, Phil Hill and John Surtees also won titles for Ferrari in the 50s and 60s, and the cars back then were beautiful, and they even sounded great, didn't they? Anyway, Ferrari went 11 years without winning a title until Niki Lauda won in 1975 in the iconic 312T. Throughout much of the 80s and 90s, though, Ferrari looked like they'd never go all the way again. The Professor Alain Prost came pretty close in 1990, but lost out to his bitter rival and former teammate at McLaren, Ayrton Senna. It was only when John Todt recruited a swathe of staff from outside of Italy, including Michael Schumacher, that the glory days returned 21 years after their last driver's title. The turn of the century saw the prancing horse sprint to an unprecedented 5 consecutive championship doubles. And after Schumacher left, Kimi Raikkonen reclaimed the driver's title immediately. But despite employing 1,500 people, the Iceman remains the last Ferrari world champion. So, 16 constructors' titles, 7 more than McLaren, and 15 drivers' titles, 4 more than, again, McLaren. Ferrari are truly Formula One's top team. Forza Ferrari.
Yep. George, mates. 4 minutes after 6 o'clock, talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Yes, young Gabby's alongside me. Gab, looking sharp.
Oh, what,
got a date later or something?
in what way, mate? Am I looking
Had
sharp?
a dig in the grave and a little sparkle in your eyes.
Okay, no, be honest. Why do I look
What were you
sharp?
last night?
Why do I look sharp?
No idea.
Why can't you just
You've
say...
shaved.
Oh, thank you. The beard looks good, doesn't it?
And the head. You've
Thank
shaved
you.
the head.
Yeah, I thought, you know what, Al? It's nice to come to work.
Well, no. You were out last
No, I wasn't, mate. I was
Yeah,
watching
you
the
were
football.
Mayfair, but
That's tonight. Thursdays.
what's been happening?
Not much, mate. Not much. Busy weekend of, obviously, Ryder Cup. Then done Monday with Jeff. Listened to you. And yesterday with Ali. Good laugh. Enjoyed it, mate. And last night's football. Loads of football on again last night. I chose to watch PSG and Barcelona again.
I did.
Yeah.
Well, I watched the first half.
Yes.
And I thought it was even Stevens. I thought Barcelona were good to begin with, then PSG crawled their way back into it.
They were a lot better than Barcelona in the second half as well.
Oh, yeah.
They stepped it up second
Well,
half. Should have won by more.
It's only one game, Gab, but looking around now, Liverpool are struggling a bit, aren't they?
Yes.
They've not hit, full speed yet. City, what'd you say about City?
I know.
Arsenal, good. It's an interesting one this year.
100%.
Who's going to be Champions League?
And you look at Real Madrid, they're not looking great out defensively.
Well, no one is there.
Barcelona again last night. Poor defensively. I feel like teams like Arsenal, so good at the back. Another clean sheet last night. That's 3 goals conceded this season. You've got to be backing Arsenal to be up there again.
Oh, I know people have backed them for the Premier and Europe.
Not a bad bet at all.
No, I agree, and I think
every chance.
Look, Liverpool's early doors yet, and they've still got to gel.
Yes.
But at the same time, they're giving too many chances away.
I agree, mate.
It was almost a perfect night for the Premier League sides in Europe last night.
A chance to feed it back to Harvey Barnes in the area. Number 4. And Newcastle United have got their first Champions League win.
Travelling out here, that's what we would have wanted, especially after the Arsenal ending. That was a big response from the players.
They quickly worked out where the weaknesses was, and then they made the most of those.
Is this Arsenal's time? Is this the season it all comes together? Trossard, Saka again, through the goalkeeper and in to seal the victory.
Winning the Champions League is always very complicated. Keeping another clean sheet, which is remarkable from the boys.
And it's a 52nd goal in the Champions League for Erling Haaland.
But all the while, there's only 1 goal in it. I'm saying we need to be careful. City need to get that 3rd goal. They didn't.
To level this game up. Can Donnarumma save it? No, he can't. And Manchester City, who've dominated this game, have been caught in stoppage time.
Oh, Pep will be on the plane home. Will be absolutely fuming. Look, it's a league basis, so
yes,
City will be all right. But it's just the manner. That game should have been dead and buried, especially with the second goal, Haaland header. You think that's it? Go and win it 3-4. Monaco are not European giants, are they?
No, Monaco are not a great team, Alan. But I watched Haaland's interview after the game. He was fuming. Right. When you're shaking, Al, and you're trying to keep composed, and you were just like, we should have won the game. Proper angry. And Man City will be fine. They've got more than enough. But defensively, again, sloppy, conceding those 2 goals. The first goal, Rodri or Foden's got to get out to the ball. You can't allow anyone that space on the edge of the box. Whips it into the top corner. So defensively, they've got to do more, City.
Yeah, and Haaland's on fire.
Oh!
Every time you get half a yard, just whip it in the box.
Al, his first goal. Yeah. Little dinking behind from Gvardiol, and it was the same sort of finish that he started to master, where he's like little touch over the keeper's head, little lob. His movement's unbelievable.
Yeah, and he's hungry. You can see that in him. So they've got to play to his strength. Simple as that. And then Newcastle, I did watch a bit of Newcastle. Yes. They got the first 3 points of the season's Champions League, a 4-0 win in Belgium. Dyer scored the last-minute penalty to nick a 2-2 draw. Arsenal made it 2 wins from 2 after seeing off Olympiacos. It was 1-0 for a long time, wasn't it?
They made it quite difficult in the end, Arsenal. I mean, Odegaard was on fire, Al. Very good.
Well, the game before, it was crystal clear they're missing him.
Yeah. But you've got an option now, haven't you? You've got Eze or Odegaard. So now, when Odegaard gets a chance last night, Eze on the bench, he's taking his chance.
Can you play them both?
You can try and find a way in some games, I suppose. But when you're playing the weekend now, okay, Gaffer, I've done my job midweek. Odegaard can say I should be starting. Eze is a fan's favourite as well. But I think Arsenal made it difficult last night, and there were a few chances for Olympiacos.
Yeah. Gyökeres, no goals again, but Arteta came to
it was sharp.
His defence. Listen, I like the guy and I want him to do well. I just don't know if he can do it at the highest level,
But the first goal, Martinelli, that was a tap-in from Martinelli. The work was from Gyökeres.
Yeah.
He got put through ball, battled his way through, was strong with the 2 defenders, and ends up trying to get a shot off, and he deflects, and Martinelli puts it in. But the goals will come for him. I just think that he hasn't got that extra yard. Sometimes these strikers out.
There's something there. I want him to do well.
Yeah.
It's a big football club, and he's gone for big money. And if he can just keep finding the net regular, it's whether he can do it against the best defence. Half a chance. But anyway, look, Arteta's getting sick of it. He came to defence for his new target man.
What I sense is that he's doing better and better things every game, and today he was denied a few times, one of the blocks, and then he hits the post. But I think overall his performance was exceptional. Again, his work rate was really good, and we want him to be scoring goals, but if he doesn't do that, at least to do everything else that he's doing for the team, because he's helping the team a lot.
There you go, backing from the manager. For Arsenal, it's been 3 second-place finishes in the Premier League. Is this the year? Well, last season they reached the semi-finals of the Champions League, and Cundy last night thinks they could possibly go on to win both of these competitions this season.
Arsenal, when they get the noses in front now, generally, they're hard to peg back, Arsenal. They are. They're a problem. Liverpool know it. Everyone in the league knows that they're a problem. And this year, I just wonder, and I've said...
When you say a problem, what do you mean?
I mean a problem because they are right now. And I predicted them the last 2 seasons to win that. I predicted them this season to win the...
Yeah, but you keep saying that, but I think you just say that because you want it to not happen. So you say, oh, yeah, they're going to win the league. And then when it don't happen, you go, see?
Jam, I hope I'm wrong. Right?
Yeah.
I'd love to be proved wrong again, right? But I just feel that this is their time. This is their year. They've been building. If they don't win it this year, it does feel a little bit like when will they win it?
I'm not that convinced. You're very convinced about Arsenal.
I tell you what, it's like 2 of them old women on a porch and a rocking chair, isn't it?
Jamie's got to put away the rivalry with Spurs, though, and be honest. You can see the bitterness in his eyes there. Listen, you have to be honest, Alan, in this job. You have to call it as it is. Arsenal, definitely for me, are the favourites for the Premier League. They were the favourites with the bookies before the Newcastle game, even before that tough game. And Champions League, listen, they've got a chance. Anything can happen. They might play PSG again.
Yeah, it's a long haul, the Premier League, mate. Look, Liverpool, once they stop conceding shabby goals, Liverpool, you look at their squad. You can't forget Liverpool.
Not at all.
City, I'm still trying to get the bottom of City. I thought this
defense.
I was going to back City last week. I thought they were 5.5 to 1. I thought that's value.
No.
But once again last night, I'm like,
no.
I'd a little bet last night. I'd 5 teams, and right up to the last few minutes, they were all in. And then City let me down. I tell you who else let me down was Leverkusen. They were 1-0 up, 1-1.
So the problem with City, Alan, I just look at Arsenal, and Arsenal now all round are strong. Manchester City aren't strong all round. I feel defensively, goalkeeper very good, but I'm not sure on the back 4.
Well, let me take a quick Arsenal call. It's another Gabby on the line. He was there last night. Gabby, morning.
Good morning, Gabby. Great name.
Listen, Gabfather's a Gabfather.
Yeah, mate.
So we're all right.
You're my brother.
You're singing on the right page today, mate. Singing on the right page.
That's it.
Oh, mate, 1 o'clock home time, listening to them 2 numpties, speaking to them last night. It's a clickbait show for Arsenal, unfortunately, Al. You are spot on as always. I just said last night, and I'll reaffirm it this morning, and Gabs will probably agree, it looks like Arsenal now have a player nearly for every single position. And I think last night he lined up. He's got to play creative football. He's got to have creative players on the pitch. As we showed against Man City, when we didn't start like that, we're not going to win football matches. But last night, he had creativity as well as grinding out. It looks like he's got a European side now to go out every week, and then it looks like he's got a Premier League side. And if things need changing, he's got players that can change the course of the game. And as an Arsenal fan, I've been wanting that for years and years and years.
Feels odd calling someone Gabby, to be honest. But Gabby, what I love about Arsenal now, though, is that last night, if you get a chance to play the players that come in, you got to perform. Odegaard back to his best because he knows he's not guaranteed to start every week now. Eze is battling for that position, so you've got competition for places now, which is only good for a manager and the team.
I love Eze. I really do think he's one of the best players we've ever seen bred in the UK as such. And he last night, he come on, his first touch was worth the 140 quid club level ticket. And then about 80 minutes, he pinged a delightful 50-yard pass over. And that's the thing that he has to unlock that. Yeah. Not many players have got it, Gabs. You know, who did you have in your career that could stick a 40-yard delivery, and Alan as well, on your foot and literally leave it to you to wrap it up? It's a phenomenal to watch.
Arsenal have a big chance, Gab, no doubt about it. Arsenal fans, let's hear from you.
Thank you, Gabby.
Cundy thinks you're going to do the double Premier League, Champions League. That worries me. Up next, we'll find out. This is an interesting one. I read this morning because I played out there. We'll find out just how late World Cup games are set to kick off in USA, Canada, and Mexico next year. There's a big bit this morning in The Sun, which you should read. We'll talk about it next. Oh, no.
Brian Adams.
No. He told you, didn't he?
That's why I didn't. They don't speak to me now. I don't think it worked. Is it Brian Adams?
Brian Adams.
Is it not?
It's this fella's birthday today.
Sting?
Correct.
Close.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
Brian Adams from Vancouver and Sting's from Newcastle.
Similar voices.
So we've gone from My Fair Lady yesterday's birthday to Sting. Happy birthday, Sting.
What, your missus' birthday?
My Fair Lady. Julie Andrews.
Oh, I thought you meant your fair lady.
Oh. You can't beat a bit of the Police on a Thursday morning, but why are we playing it? Well, it's former lead singer Sting's 74th birthday. Can you believe that? You might also be wondering why Gordon Sumner, who's Gordon Sumner, Gab?
No idea. Pass.
Sting, you tube. Known as Sting, adopted the stage name. Well, it's actually because he looks like a wasp. Would you believe that?
Really?
Yeah. You don't notice that?
No, I didn't know.
Always with stripy jumpers and T-shirts.
Good to know.
That's why they called him Sting at school.
Oh, makes sense, Al.
He believes it, and Gabby, doesn't he? Honestly.
Leave me alone.
Katie, good morning.
Good morning, Katie.
It should be James De Boer. Is it James De Boer? What's his name? De Boer?
Frank
Lady in red?
Lady in red.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. I've gone full red today.
Arsenal colours.
Is that all right? And you're looking sharp.
That's what he says, yeah. I was like, cheers.
He was out last night.
First time in 5 years he said that. Cheers, Al.
You've got to keep this up now.
Yeah, I've got to
look sharp every single morning.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Yeah,
it's difficult.
Wasp, we're talking about wasps. You scared of wasps? Ever been stung? No? You're always worried when there's a fly or something?
Yeah, I just don't like them on me. You know, like itchy.
Yeah.
When a fly's on me, I'm like...
You know what I did the other day? I walked into a spider's web, and then I was conscious that the spider was all over me. You know when you're like, you've got cobwebs.
Yeah, horrible thing.
And then you're like, is it on me?
They're harmless, aren't they? Harmless.
Yeah, but they're quite. They can get quite big.
Dangerous, mate.
Tarantula. Right, what you got for us? Let's look at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business.
The Back Page Review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Got a side hustle as a Pilates instructor? Stretch your budget with business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big three networks. For verification, see tescomobile.com/business.
You understand, David? You have wasps in France?
Yes.
That was a while ago. Dear, oh dear.
You have wasps in
Yes, he says. By the way, interesting, I don't know if you're going to start with Katie, about the World Cup.
Yes.
About the kickoffs, late kickoffs. Interesting this, because anyone who's been to America, Florida, etc., will know that A, it's very humid, and you have storms come in at tea time, don't you? And it can be boiling hot. I remember playing in the Mile High Stadium, Denver. Oh, it was, you could not get your breath. So it's interesting.
That is really interesting. Yeah, so that's what I want to talk about, because we've got a couple of stories, back pages, dominated by Eric Dyer snatching the late equaliser for Monaco against Man City. Like you say there, Alan, talking about the World Cup games, kicking off after midnight. That's the back page of The Sun. Gareth Southgate would reject Manchester United. That's on the back page of The Mirror. And then a final story about Sheffield Wednesday facing a 15-point penalty due to all the late payments, which is on the back page of The Mail.
Again, Katie, that just kills the fans, doesn't it?
And the players.
It's not the fans' fault.
Yeah.
They pay their money to watch Sheffield Wednesday home and away. And because of mismanagement, they're going to get relegated.
I don't like that, because Sheffield Wednesday players are fighting for their lives. Should have beat Birmingham City the other night, last-minute equaliser.
Yeah.
And you get told you might lose 15 points.
And that'd be it. That'd be them done.
Because that's now, the fifth occasion in 7 months that they failed to pay the wages. And
that's not going to bother the owner. The owner doesn't care. That's going to affect the players and the fans.
He wants his dough back. He wants somebody's money back and see you later. I'm not doing this again.
Yeah, sad times at Sheffield Wednesday, then facing a 15-point penalty, and they're also already second bottom of the Championship. But yeah, Alan, picking up on what you were speaking about there with World Cup games to kick off after midnight, is this the right thing to do?
Oh, I don't know, Katie. I think, you take the rough with the smooth. I think if you're playing in America, if you play Brazil, are they going to, if you're playing in a qualifier or a game against Brazil, Argentina. Should they change it just to suit you? I'm not sure.
So it's midnight in America, you say?
No, it could be.
No, it's in terms of the over here. We'll be watching it. So
at midnight our time.
Yeah. So we'll have to stay up late and watch.
I don't think they care.
In other words, in the heat of the afternoon,
of course,
kick off. They'll delay it 4 or 5 hours.
I understand that. I totally understand that. Do what's best for the players that are playing in the World Cup. The World Cup is that big, Katie. Fans will stay awake till 2 a.m. if the game's on. Do you know what I mean? Don't work around the fan base. Work around the players.
Yeah,
sometimes that heat.
I'm not sure.
I'll stay up till 12 o'clock to watch a game if it's a World Cup game.
Well, for example, on the 19th of July, the New Jersey final is due a 3 p.m. local time kickoff when the heat is at its most. And even Enzo Maresca said at the Club World Cup it was impossible to play in 30+ temperatures, so it's going to affect the quality.
Impossible. You just have to slow the game down. It's
tough out
with loads of fluids. It's tougher for probably Northern Europeans, but that's the World Cup for you. I mean, I think once again they're interfering. They're interfering. The fans will love it.
I think it's great. We can all come in here early at midnight and watch the game at talkSPORT.
Fine for us.
Do the show straight away, Al.
In 1982, I played in Spain. It was over 100 degrees, but you have to adapt to it. Do you know what I mean? You get loads of water down you before the game, half time.
That was the olden days,
the end of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Football was great in the olden days, mate. There's none of this messing about and trying to make more money for UEFA and FIFA. In the olden days, football was football. Now you can't even tackle someone.
Games might finish at 6 a.m.
Or like in the USA 1994 World Cup, where the Republic of Ireland brought on bags of water because it was so hot. So you played for the Detroit Express in the US. So what were those experiences like? Was it really hot? And you say you had to slow the game down.
There's indoor stadiums as well, air-conditioned indoor stadiums. But I remember playing in boiling heat. Dallas was another one. That was boiling. San Jose, the San Jose earthquake. In the south it can be very warm. But saying that, New York can be, but you just got to get on with it and get over it. It's not going to affect the. It's like who was it? Bolivia, the World Cup when Brazil and Argentina played Bolivia. Look at their home record; it's incredible. I think that's an exception. I think that's extreme because you can't get your breath. But in the World Cup in America, it's just going to be really, really hot. You just have to prepare and slow the game down. Don't give the ball away.
This other story on the back page of the Mirror: Gareth Southgate would reject Manchester United. Surprise?
Where's that come from, though?
The back page of the Mirror.
Is that his words? Is that his words? Because I don't think he would. I don't think he'd turn down coming back to managing Manchester United.
Well, it says Gareth Southgate would reject an approach from Manchester United if Ruben Amorim is sacked. He was one of the leading contenders to become the United boss. That was obviously March last year. But yeah, he's set to reject it. Maybe he's enjoying his time off.
Yeah, enjoying his role now.
Yeah, by the way, he won't just be sitting at home all day. He'll be involved in business and meetings.
Business?
Yeah, he'll be like
conferences, leadership talks.
Yeah, he'll be still earning fortunes. Not that he needs any anymore.
Lecturing at universities.
Maybe, but he will definitely be happy. Unless he misses the day-to-day running of football, then he won't come back. But it's Manchester United.
Will he be lecturing about how he should have made subs quicker in games?
No, I think he'll be lecturing about how you used to look after your body, Gabby.
Okay.
Instead of going to the Bel Air Club all the time, and putting it in training, be a professional. It's a short life, that sort,
I get it.
See, Kate knows where I'm coming from.
I always know what Alan's talking about.
Yeah, Alan knows everything.
We're ganging up on you, say, Gabby. Sorry.
Back with Katie and just a tick. That was, well, there you go, Gab. Come on, think about it.
Kick-offs at midnight, no problem for me, Katie.
Okay, Katie, thank you. More next on PSG's smash and grab victory in Barcelona. I did watch that. That's a thanks to our back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business.
The Back Page Review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Got a side hustle as a Pilates instructor? Stretch your budget with business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big three networks. For verification, see tescomobile.com/business.
brought in an audience of 180 million worldwide, the biggest in the event's history. But how did singing and dancing get to be the centrepiece of America's biggest sporting event? The first Super Bowl was held in 1967. Initially, the halftime show was a display purely for the fans in the stadium, with marching bands, dancers and American patriotism for all to see. And that's what it was for the first few years. Disney had a go with a few questionable displays in the 1980s, but it wasn't until 93 that we got the first glimpse into the future of halftime shows. Michael Jackson's stellar performance gave NFL execs something to think about. A raft of massive names followed, including Diana Ross, U2, Janet Jackson, who gave us the most famous or infamous wardrobe malfunction of all time. So how many people are involved? To give you an idea of the scale, Rihanna's 2023 performance included 800 people, and experts reckon it cost $13 million. What's even more impressive than some of the names on the bill every year is the fact they do it for free. The artists know the exposure they'll get from doing the show will rocket them up the charts across the world. The Super Bowl halftime show will be a fixture in pop culture for years to come. So the question is, who next?
25 minutes to 7 o'clock, Talk Sport Breakfast with me, Brazil, and Gabby, our good friends Arnold Clark. Get 7 on £50 off any used electric car or home charger. We've been talking about Arsenal's 2-0 victory over Olympiacos last night. Jason Cundy said the Gunners can win the Premier League and the Champions League. Are we wrong to put so much pressure on every single game? Jamie's a gunner, he wants to say. Jamie.
Good morning,
Good
Jamie.
morning. Good morning.
Morning, mate.
Hi, mate.
Yeah, good morning. I want to hear it about Arsenal winning both of them. That would be an absolute dream. But right now, we're 2 games in. We're 6 games into the Premier League. It's like talking about a Christmas do in February.
Yeah.
We only used to talk about the Premier League, after, what was it, Boxing Day, after Christmas, we started talking about who's going to win the Premier League.
Maybe a little bit later, Jamie, maybe into sort of end of Feb, that's when you hear Liverpool, the great Liverpool side's talking about it.
I know, and I'm still watching Arsenal, right? And if we would have got a draw at Newcastle, and we would have got a late winner by Olympiacos they got a late winner or a draw last night with Olympiacos, we would not be having a conversation. We would be saying, okay, Odegaard had a very good game after how many weeks? A couple of weeks ago, he weren't shining like he was. He was our main man.
I like him though, Jamie. I know what you mean. Maybe he needed a little break. I know he had injury, but I like him.
He's unbelievable. Odegaard is like, I don't know, like a vision like Dennis Bergkamp, yeah? And Arsenal have known for playing tactical. And Arsenal, when they play, you're like, wow. Like when Jack Wilshere was there, you was like, that man is unbelievable.
But Jamie, I hear about you saying about the league and this and that, we're saying it too early, but it's not just 8 games, 6 Premier League games, it's 5 years. That's what it is, mate. It's like finally after 5 years, Arsenal looking like they're favourites to win the Premier League.
Well, they've got a bigger squad now.
Exactly, they're ready for it.
I hear that, and I do on paper, it's beautiful.
Yes.
Like you look at it and you think, oh my God, look at that. They have wanted that for years. But I'm telling you, that Victor at the minute, Arteta is not getting the best out of that man. He is not getting the best. He's using him like a Nicholas Bentner. He's holding their ball up. He's not doing the through-run ball. You know, Gabby, you must have looked at Arsenal. It is so frustrating to watch Arsenal just play around that box and either get a tap-in or a lucky goal. Last minute, or they could just be tacking that box from left and right. Where did Martinelli play last night? He played up front with Victor Gores. And that is where his strength is. And that is where he used to get, like, when Theo Wilcott used to play. Where was his strength? Straight through that middle, because the man had so much speed. He was on his...
So he's not using them right, Jamie, basically your question is. Right. Well, let's find out about Europe. I'll say it again, right, the last time today. I want him to do well, Gyökeres. I'm just not sure. He will work his socks off. It's interesting, Jamie, there saying about Bentner. You know, I think he's probably a bit better than Bentner.
100%.
But, you know, I understand where Jamie's coming from.
Al, he makes great runs. In behind, he doesn't make great runs.
Yeah, well,
sometimes he's taking shots.
But look at Haaland now. Look at the form he's in. You've got to get half a yard and get the ball in the box.
I think Gyökeres will come good for Arsenal.
Well, I hope you're right. Now, it was another night of Champions League football, which means it's now time for a bit of this.
God, I love the Champions League. PSG, finally, European champions.
Belting atmosphere. It's absolutely the sort of atmosphere you want to feel in a big Champions League night.
A new era for Champions League football.
Every match matters. It's talkSPORT in the Champions League.
It's Kevin's hatch of the day.
Yeah, I wonder what Kev thought about last night. 6:39. Time to dive into some of the stories from last night's Champions League. I must admit, Rashford set up a beautiful goal last night. But it wasn't enough. PSG gone through to win it. That might have gone under the radar last night. We're joined by European football expert Kevin Hatcher for Hatch of the Day too. Morning, Kev.
Good morning, Kev.
Morning, guys. How are we?
Good. Kev, it's always difficult what to watch. I started with Newcastle. Then I watched a bit of Barca PSG. And as I said, Yamal on the ball, different class. Rashford sets up a great goal. But PSG just eventually played their own beautiful football and ended up beating the Catalans.
Yeah, it was a really high-quality game. And you have to remember that PSG didn't have Kvaratskhelia, didn't have Dembele, didn't have Desiree Doué, didn't have Marquinhos, so they had a lot of players out.
Yeah.
But what he did that was quite clever, I thought, was he went for real speed in attack. He went for Ibrahim Mbaye, who's only 17, Seni Mayulu, who's only 19. He went for Barcola because he knows that Barcelona play that high defensive line.
Incredible.
So he wanted to try and exploit that whenever he could. Having said that, thought Barcelona were the better team in the first half hour. Thought they played the goal they scored that you've already mentioned, Rashford's ball to Ferran Torres.
Yes.
It's an outstanding goal because the way that Pedri shifts it, because Vitinha lost the ball and then in a flash they'd scored the goal.
Yeah.
But what I really admired was the fact that having made that mistake, Vitinha still wanted the ball, ball.
I think he was third in the Ballon d'Or, wasn't he? For me, he was one of the outstanding players last season.
Yeah, he played with such personality last night because it would have been really easy to not want the ball, not want to take those risks. But he kept on going. And they deserved it because once they got their equaliser, and in the second half, they really pushed on. And actually, with about quarter of an hour to go, would have been really easy with a load of players out injured for Luis Enrique to say, 1-1 will do us, away at Barcelona, that's fine. But he chucked on Gonzalo Ramos and took off Fabian Ruiz. So he chucked on a striker, and he ended up getting the winner.
Kev, I really enjoyed the game, and I agree. For first half, Barca the better team. Second half, you didn't see anything of Barcelona going forward. PSG just nullified any threat. But Barcelona aren't going to win the Champions League with that defence. When is the manager going to sort that defence out? Because it looked quite easy at times for PSG to get in behind them.
I don't think he's going to compromise on it because that high line, he would argue. And to be fair, they've won the Copa del Rey, they've won La Liga, they're top of La Liga again. But everyone they play against has an opportunity to get in behind.
Yeah.
So you look at the game against Real Sociedad even recently, they came from behind, they ended up winning the game, but Real Sociedad were just moving into space really easily. And if you do that against PSG, even with all of those players in attack out, they're still going to make chances.
Exactly.
So I can't see him compromising, because he had a pretty high line when Bayern won it in 2020 and they won everything there was to win, but they always let you play. Yeah. So there's always that risk that somebody who's got equal firepower is going to knock them out in a shootout, like Inter did, because actually what Inter did that was clever was last season they just kind of went with it and said, right, well, we've got really good forwards as well. So they defended when they could, and they ended up getting in a shootout and they edged them out.
Okay, just a quick one, because I'm out of time again. Atleti banging the goals in again, fantastic. And where are you with Man City? You know, for me, they go 2-1 up early on, it was the second half or the end of the first half. Haaland header, cracking header. You think, go on and win it, get a third and get a fourth. And in the end, Pep gets on the plane back home again, shaking his head.
Yeah, it's a bad result in the end, having led twice and having led for so long, and they give away a penalty right at the end. And Eric Dyer, to be fair, gets kicked in the head and then gets up and scores the penalty. And I think he's been, a real boost for Monaco. But they don't have controlling games in the way that they did. And I thought they looked all right for a lot of that second half. But that's the challenge that faces Pep at the moment, because they controlled so many games where they were winning the league 4 years in a row. They just don't have that at the moment, and the press isn't as effective as it was. No. So he's got a bit of sorting out to do still. I still think, talk about Barcelona being fairly easy to play against, that's the case with City, and it was never like that before.
Yeah. Kev, nice one.
Thank you. Thank you, mate.
Kevin Hatcher there.
Cheers, guys.
Hatch of the day. Harry Simmer coming up, Arsenal. Johnny Carver coming up, former Newcastle assistant, on last night. Newcastle were good last night. Passed the ball well. Neil Warnock coming up 8:30. And Ron Vlaar, former Villa fanard and Alkmaar defender, on 8:45. Right, it's coming up 6:45. talkSPORT Travel.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
Okay, coming up 6:45, still to come some, we'll get Katie's view. We'll take your calls as well, 03717 223344. But first, it's talkSPORT Travel.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With 250 hire branches nationwide, it's easy to hire at Travis Perkins.
Good games tonight as well. Kiev against Palace, Forest against Midtjylland, and Feyenoord Villa's probably the pick. That's a cracking game. I hope there's no
They're
trouble.
in great form as well, Al, Feyenoord.
Are they?
But you said about that, didn't you? I did hear last night that there might have been Villa fans that were at risk last night. So
Yeah, you got to be careful. You know what? I'll say it again. When you go to games like that, and I'm not trying to be clever here, you know there's a few spark points with Ajax fans, Feyenoord fans, Utrecht, they were one of the bad. Yeah, but don't be walking about with twos and threes. Go in groups. Go in groups. Not looking for trouble, but go in groups. You're safer.
But the problem is, Al, I went to every away game last season in the Champions League with Villa. The only place that you felt unsafe was Paris, and a bar was targeted. It was targeted when Liverpool went there recently. Newcastle went there recently in Paris. Same bar that away fans go to. And hooligans just turned up. They were throwing chairs. They were just trying to fight anyone that was an Aston Villa fan. And
was listening last night. A lot of Newcastle were about early last night and took a massive pub. And I don't think there was any trouble, thank goodness.
It's not hard, is it, Al?
No.
Have more police around. To protect the away
police
fans.
are not stupid as well. They know where they're going to be. Anyway, let's hope we're not talking about this tomorrow. What do we know this Thursday morning? Gab, a furious Erling Haaland claims City lacked energy after failing to win their 5th consecutive away game in the Champions League. They were cruising 2-1 against Monaco, ended up drawing 2-2. Or keep going. keep going where? All right, we'll have a chat, Gab. Like, get rid of that.
The script on the iPad.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Shocking.
But it's not just Haaland will be furious. Pep will be furious, won't he? But he's got to do something about it. It keeps happening, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think other players have got to turn up. I mean, Haaland last night, 2 great goals. His header, the leap he had for his header, outstanding, and his first goal.
Gab, you know yourself.
Yeah.
When he's in this form, half a yard, right
box.
Foot, left foot, boom, ping.
Out his header. The Monaco defenders didn't even jump because he got no chance against him. But it's a long 8 games they've got, and I'm sure they'll be fine, City.
Right, Lady in Red is back. What we got?
I get a new name every time. It's better than Kate Bush, though. So you remember that. Okay, so we are going to talk about Chelsea facing Liverpool at the weekend. Club World Cup champions up against top of the table Liverpool. Now, here's a stat for all of those that really like a stat. The last time that Chelsea fielded a player over 27 was last May, and that player was Thiago Silva at 39. Last season, Chelsea didn't field a player over the age of 27. So, Alan, do you think this youth and players being in peak fitness is kind of showing that Chelsea might actually come the end of the season, really come good?
I'm a great believer now. With the game has changed, you need pace all over the pitch. I was going to say in midfield, you need it everywhere now. And 1 or 2 players like who's a good example?
Pedro Neto.
Maybe at Man City, 1 or 2 are getting a little bit older now. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes you go away from home and you're under the cosh. You need legs in there. Maybe that's Chelsea's way of thinking. No, we need athletic youngsters. We can't have anyone over the age of 30 anymore. Maybe, but you do need a little bit of experience.
Well, he's 28 now. Jesus. I mean, it used to be over 30. You're like, only 1-year deals now. It'll be like, you turn 27, you're old in football.
What would you say is a football player's true peak? When did you feel
26, 27, Or it used to be. Maybe it's a little bit earlier now. Maybe it's 25. 26.
Yeah, I reckon 24, 25, I reckon.
Is that when you felt your best?
At my best, yeah. I'll score 1 in 10 then. But I look at Chelsea's squad, and I look at Cucurella, 27, Tosin, 28. Disasi obviously isn't needed, 27. Robert Sanchez, 27. So what are we saying then, that they've got another year, and it's like, all right, let's get that transfer wrapped up. Off you go.
Well, their average age in the Chelsea squad is 24, so you feel as though in the next couple of years, this whole group of players will...
Well, look at the likes of Barcelona and PSG last night that I watched. Didn't watch it all, but I watched a good first half of it. You know, there's a lot of kids in there, and they're super now. They have no fear whatsoever. But leg-wise and pace-wise, brilliant.
So what do you think is more important, this peak fitness or actually experience, especially when you get towards the end of the game?
I think you need a bit of both still, Katie. I think you need these kids coming through and kicking the door down. I want to play. They're fearless. But you just need 1 or 2 in there. Perhaps City could have done with one last night. We're 2-1 up. We don't lose this now. Right.
But look at Reece James, 25, experience, but still at a great age. So you don't have to be 30, 31, 32 to have experience. You can still be young now.
Oh.
Some of these players are making their debuts at 17, 18. So by the time they're 23, 24, 25, they've got the experience you need. Which maybe 15, 20 years ago, you need some older pros, you need some 29, 30-year-olds. Maybe you don't anymore.
Because they have suffered a number of injuries this season, haven't they, Chelsea? So who do you think is going to be key?
Yeah, but their squad is massive.
Yeah, but they're missing, key players. Liam Delap, and then Cole Palmer as well. So who do you think is going to be key for them this season?
Palmer.
Yeah,
you
once he's back,
him. Palmer, for me, is key to Chelsea winning anything.
I've got to say, I really like Neto. I feel like Neto stood up and he's been carried because against Benfica, he was the player of the match for me for Chelsea. The pace he's got can go either way. João Pedro will be a star for Chelsea as well. Estavo as well. But I don't want to hear about injuries with Chelsea. I do not want to hear it because the squad of players that they've got, they're sitting in 8th position on 8 points, already 7 points behind Liverpool.
It's not great.
It's not good enough for Chelsea.
You're an Arsenal girl.
I do.
Any of the above.
Are you, Katie? Are you thinking now this could be our year?
I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. That's the thing. I want to believe that, but then I still look at Liverpool's front line. I know they've kind of had the drop off recently, but it could be our year. But I find with Arsenal fans, we get ahead of ourselves and then we get our hopes up, and then just at the final hurdle we let it slip. And I don't want it to happen.
But this is a hell of a chance this year.
I
look at the table and I look at it in Europe and I think, there's not a lot wrong with Arsenal at the moment.
Yeah.
I totally agree, but you never know with injuries. But what I do like about Arsenal is that Mascara can come in, or Saliba. You've got so many options now around the pitch. If we do get injuries, Madueke, been outstanding, but no one's saying, we're missing Madueke. It's like you get fit and come back. Saka, you're injured, or Odegaard, no problem. We've got cover now, where previous seasons Arsenal didn't.
And Arsenal face West Ham this weekend. So who are you backing, Chelsea, Liverpool? Who do you think is going to win that one?
I'm going to go for Liverpool. I feel like the pressure's on a bit now for Liverpool.
Liverpool are struggling though, aren't they?
Especially the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Liverpool at the moment. I know they're going to come and going to have a run. I know that's going to happen, but will they do it this weekend?
We sold loads of players and we brought in this because we sold. You can't be in 8th position on 8 points. And on the weekend, it could be 7 games and 8 points. And Liverpool, 7 games and 18 points. That's not good enough.
Yeah, but every weekend now is great. And there's some cracking games. Can't wait. All right, we're going to talk in the next hour. Katie, brilliant. Thank you. Next hour, we'll talk to Harry Simu, broadcaster, Arsenal fan. John Carver. Newcastle were good last night. Later on, Neil Warnock coming up. Ali's hopefully joins us just after 9 o'clock. Barry Hearn, founder of Matchroom. So plenty of cracking stories and your calls as well. 03717 223344. Give us a call. 2 minutes to 7.
What do you get when some of the most individual sports stars club together? Well, a melting pot of history, tension, rivalry, friendship and elite stories. Here are some of the best off-camera anecdotes from the Ryder Cup. Number 1, Tigers loo roll. The protagonist, Lee Westwood's former caddy, Billy Foster, said in a toilet cubicle at the Belfry. As he went to relieve his first morning nerves, Foster noticed only one of the 2 cubicles had loo roll, and while he was seated, in came a tiger into the empty cubicle, and he realised his mistake all too late. So Foster took some paper, reached under the cubicle with a rescue offering, and as Tiger went to take it, Foster uttered the words, "Europe, 1 up." As it happened, Europe did go on to win. Fast forward 10 years to the miraculous Medina, when, after a gruelling Saturday, Rory McIlroy overslept on the Sunday and was in danger of missing his tee time. Thankfully for him, the person booking player transport was Erica Stoll. She sorted him a police escort to the course. 3 years later, McIlroy proposed in Paris. The next story is told by Scottish legend Sam Torrance about the great Seve, who apparently despised the Americans mainly because of a diminutive US reporter who kept calling him Steve.
Hey, my name is Severiano or Seve. It's no Steve, it's no Steve. Next day, Steve.
Torrance also tells of how Seve regularly gave coaching clinics to his European teammates. But a week later at the Italian Open, when the same players asked for advice, Seve would tell them to and see you next year. Having started with a Billy Foster story, let's finish with one from the 12th tee at Oakland Hills in 2004. It was Jimenez and Garcia against Westwood and Clark in a practice round, and as they finished, Foster decided to jump in the buggy and speed away with all their clubs, only to lose control entirely and tumble onto the course and see it careering towards the spectators. Thankfully, the Red Sea parted and the buggy smashed into a tree, with viewers and clubs still intact.
What was on your train journey last night? Why were them kids laughing at you?
What are you talking about?
Them kids on the train.
What are you on about?
You said they kept laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to laugh, isn't it?
No, you drive me mad. I had to put my headphones on. What were they laughing at?
I don't know, mate. Maybe my outfit. I don't know.
Give you shorts on? Oh, God.
Yes, that's why. Why has he got shorts on in the winter?
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil Gabby Agbonlahor, Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed on the way for you this morning. Former Newcastle assistant John Carver will join us after Newcastle got the first win of the Champions League. A good result last night. I watched it against USG of Belgium. 4-0 it ended up. We'll ask legendary football manager Neil Warnock if he's ever booted a ball into the crowd after Chris Wilder was sent off for doing exactly that.
Embarrassing that was.
Well, frustration.
Yeah, it's not a Al. Just he went over to the fan and said, "Oh, sorry, they're fine. Why are you getting involved, referee? Get yourself down the tunnel. Why are you sending him off for?"
Well, I'm sure Neil's done worse than that. And after Rocket Ronny O'Sullivan revealed he has quit the UK for Dubai, meaning he'll not go for his 9th Masters title in January. Well, will he? We'll ask founder of Matchroom Barry Hearn what he makes of the news. It wouldn't surprise me if Ronny was still there. I think he's gone for a bit of sun, a bit of, chill R&R, and plus he loves playing in China and stuff like that, so it's closer. It was another great night for the Arsenal, another win and another clean sheet. That's right, another great night for the Gunners. Goals from Martinelli and Saka. But it was Odegaard who stole the headlines with a brilliant performance. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta sung his praises after the game.
He's got all the license in the world to go forward, Martin, and to play with that freedom and to play with that level of threat, especially, not only with the passes, but the way he was taking the ball, carrying the ball, making runs, and arriving in really dangerous areas. I think he put 3 people through today to score a goal. He should have scored a goal as well. So great to have him back. He played some very good minutes in Newcastle to help us to win the game, and I think today he was phenomenal.
One thing about Arteta, Gab, he does build his players up when they're maybe just slightly off. Odegaard was getting a bit of stick, wasn't he? Up front, Gyökeres, people are scratching their heads saying, is he good enough? No, he's right behind them.
But every manager I played on, they've done the same. Yeah. Even when players weren't playing well on the team, he'd leave the changing room to go and do the media and say, I'm going to back you out there again, and you're killing me. I'm going to back you out there. You've got to stop putting performances. Managers should always defend their players. I don't understand when managers sometimes throw the players under the bus. What's that going to do for their confidence?
I think for Arsenal, if we're talking about winning the Premier, and let's start with that, if they get a European win as well, magnificent.
Premier League,
But Odegaard's got to play a big part. Look, Rice we know is fantastic. Declan, he's consistent. Dead balls, set pieces, brilliant. We know there's a bit of class where Eze, Saka.
Yeah, there might be games though where you don't need Zubimendi and Rice. Zubimendi can come out. You can play Rice as the central defensive one. You could play Odegaard and Eze in front.
Yeah.
If you want to
go super, play.
Yeah, but if you want to go super attacking against teams that are really parking that bus and making it difficult, you can do that from the start and say, okay, we know what this team's going to do. So maybe it could be a Burnley at the Emirates, and you're like, okay, we're going to really play attacking this game. So you've got loads of options now.
Yeah. Okay, let's get a bit more on this and cross over to broadcasting. A big Arsenal fan, Harry Simu. A very good morning, Harry. How are you?
Good morning, Harry.
Morning, guys. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, all good, Harry.
Mate, all good.
I don't want to get too carried away, but Arsenal are looking good at the moment, on both fronts.
Yeah, for sure. Sunday's result was obviously huge, and I know that's been covered off, but following it up last night with a good victory in the Champions League was really important, I thought. And, there'll be a lot of people last night that maybe came away from Emirates Stadium. I certainly felt this way sort of in the immediate aftermath of the game and thought that was maybe a little bit more difficult than it needed to be. The second goal didn't come until the 92nd minute, but as I was sort of driving home from the game and thinking about it, it was actually the perfect outcome, wasn't it, for Mikel Arteta? He's got to make 6 changes. He's kept another clean sheet. He's minimised the minutes that some of his best players have had to play. And Arsenal have got 6 points from 6 in Europe. And I think, the difference between Arsenal this year and in previous years is that they've now got a squad capable of challenging on multiple fronts. But the challenge for the manager is making sure that he rotates effectively. He doesn't go too far on the rotation to the point where it disrupts the flow, but also at the same time, sometimes you've got to gamble, haven't you? And you guys will know, sometimes you're going to get through games at 70%, and you got to pick and choose which games it is that you think you'll get away with that in. And I felt like last night was one of them.
Harry, from a player's point of view, I look at the Arsenal squad now and I'm like, okay, Louis Skelly, you got to start last night. Ben White, you got to start. Odegaard, you got to start. Okay, you need to make the most of it. And Odegaard did last night, didn't he?
Yeah, Odegaard was brilliant last night. And do you know what? He came on at Newcastle and was excellent as well in the last sort of 15, 20 minutes of the game. And what I think the big difference is that he's dropping into slightly deeper positions now. I feel like Martin Odegaard playing just behind the forwards had been sussed out a little bit. People were able to kind of marshal those spaces and make life very difficult for him. Lots of people have been talking about Mikel Merino in midfield, and there's been suggestions that maybe he unbalances Arsenal a little bit. But actually, thinking about it last night, having him in the team, and I'm not saying he should start every game, but having him in the team, it gives Martin Odegaard greater flexibility because Merino is someone that's quite happy to go and get up alongside the striker. We know he's a goal threat. And what that means is that him Odegaard and Zubimendi, who are all quite flexible in the things that they can do, they can all rotate. There's a rotation even in Arsenal's midfield at the moment. And that, I think, has made them harder to pick up over the last couple of games. And that's why you've seen more creativity than maybe in previous weeks.
Haaland on fire at the moment for City, but he's angry, of course, conceding. You look at some of the strikers. Isak will come in and get a bundle. Where are you at this moment in time with what Gyökeres? Where are you?
So on Victor Gyökeres, I always felt it was going to take a bit of time for him to adapt, and I think that's fair to say has been the case. You know, we've watched him sort of develop slowly, got a few goals in the early weeks, and people were sort of like, okay, that's great, but then it slowed down a little bit. I think it's a month now that he hasn't scored, but what I will say is against Newcastle and against Olympiacos, his all-round game was much better. He looks sharper, he looks stronger, he's getting in behind more, he's more involved in the games. He looked like a bit of a passenger in the first few weeks, and it felt like Arsenal didn't really know how to use him. He was making runs, people weren't finding him. It feels like that sort of connection between him and the rest of the team is growing. But obviously, when you come in for big money as a centre forward, there's a pressure to score goals. However, at this stage, I'm not massively worried about it. I still think he'll get there. And I think if his overall game is moving in the right direction, it won't be long before he's finding the back of the net regularly.
Harry, West Ham at home on the weekend. I think you lost your last two against them at home. Is that right? West Ham. This could be a game, couldn't it, under Nuno Santo, different sort of style where West Ham come to frustrate Arsenal and the Emirates, try and hit him on the counter-attack. Is this another game where Arsenal have to be brave with what players they play out from the start of the game, attacking?
Yeah, I think so. And I feel like, I don't want to say the penny's dropped because he's far more intelligent when it comes to football than me, Mikel Arteta. But it does feel like in the last couple of games, he's realised that actually, do you know what? I've got a lot of good attacking players and I've got such good 1v1 defenders that maybe I can afford to take just a couple more risks. But it's definitely going to be a harder game with West Ham under Nuno than it would have been, with all due respect, under Graham Potter, because we know that Nuno's got a great record of being able to go places and frustrate. So I think it's one for patience. I think the fact that Arsenal have got what Mikel calls finishers and they're able to make changes in game, I think gives me more confidence that they now have the tools to break a team like West Ham down. But you're right, you've got to go out there on the front foot. And if you could nick an early goal, all of a sudden you completely rip up their game plan and it gets thrown out the window. Yeah. So that's key, isn't it?
Harry, thank you.
Thank you, Harry.
Good luck on the weekend. Harry Simmer there, broadcaster, Arsenal fan. Gab, you made a good point there. And if I was Mikel with the rich squad, the depth and squad now, and the talent, huge talent they have, old and new, West Ham coming, I wouldn't be worried about it. I wouldn't even be mentioning West Ham, new manager, to my players. Right? I'd be saying, guys, we're in great form at the moment. We're passing the ball brilliantly. I've just got to pick the right, whoever I pick, right? We're all going to play a part, even those on the bench. But let's get an early goal. Let's play our football. Let's get our movement going. And I don't care what game plan West Ham are going to bring. We're going to play our game. We're going to take the game to them. We're at home. And if we get 1 and 2 before half-time, bingo, we're going and put our foot on the accelerator even more.
Well, Harry makes a good... He makes a good option there as well for Mikel Arteta, because when you've got Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, if it's Skelly or Calafiori, players that they don't lose 1v1 battles. So even if you're pushing everyone forward, Alan, and you say, you know what, we're going to keep 3 of the 4 defenders back. Even if Bowen's counter-attacking, Somerville's counter-attacking, you know you've got pace at the back to control them.
Well, you mentioned the 2 players that they've got to be careful of, and you're dead right. Bowen, another beautiful finish.
Yes, Somerville.
Last week, left foot. Somerville's a good player. I liked him at Leeds. I thought he was the best player.
Well, you could start Zubimendi, Rice and Eze, but after 50 minutes, if it's only 1-0, you might say, all right, Zubimendi off, Rice, you go in that sitter, Odegaard, you're on, and you play a bit more attacking, get more attacking players on the pitch, and go and win 2-3-0 in the second half. They've got so many options, Arsenal. I mean, who starts? Is it Trossard or Martinelli? Saka always start on the right hand side.
I think Martinelli's beginning to look lively again, so I'd get him. I'm not... Sometimes he frustrates me with his final ball, Martinelli, but with that pace and, you know, if he gets at it early on, I think West Ham could struggle wide.
100%.
I do. I think Arsenal can beat them wide.
I've been to the Emirates many times to play for Aston Villa. We won there, but majority of the times we went there, Alan, it just felt like you couldn't get out. When Arsenal as a football club are on the front foot and they're not thinking defensively, I remember going out some games and you're like, it was Wilshere popping it with Alexis Sanchez, and you're just like hearing the Arsenal fans, Arsenal. You look up at the clock and it'd be like 52 minutes. You might be like 3 or 4 down. You're like, oh.
3 or 4 down.
And you're just like, oh, that's what Arsenal fans are used to, that sort of football. So when you're seeing him play a bit more cautious, you're like, that's not the Arsenal way.
Okay, coming up, Katie back with John Carver. We'll talk Newcastle as well. Newcastle were good. Really lively they were over in Belgium last night. I watched a bit of that. And Newcastle, of course, at home to Forest, who are struggling at the weekend as well. That's coming next.
vida yo la prefiero vivir así. Bambolea, porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así. No te da perdón de Dios.
Just looked out the window there, Gav.
Yes.
And I immediately thought of Marbella.
This song reminds me of Mallorca, El.
Dreek out there.
Mallorca having a nice bit of food. This song comes on. Good times, El. Well, you're going soon, ain't you?
Oh, I don't know.
What are you lying for?
Eh?
What are you lying for?
What do you mean lying?
You are going soon away.
I'm not sure if I'm going.
Really?
Anywhere. No. I think is Ali away again? Right, 7:21, the Gypsy Kings. There you go, talkSPORT breakfast. A bit of Bombaleo, which we're playing because apparently Liverpool's Konate has been brushed up in his Spanish on the language app. Duolingo. Do you ever do a bit of that, Gab? Do you try and get a bit of English into your vocabulary?
Yeah. English is hard enough for me, Al, so leave the Spanish, leave the French, leave the German.
Responding to speculation, the centre-back could be on his way to Real Madrid. Give us a break, will you? No chance.
Who?
Konate.
They're after him.
What?
Yeah.
They're not watched the first few games this year.
But they're trying to get him on a free, like they did with Trent.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, not going to pay big money for him.
Well, it's different, but at the same time, if you're going to make big mistakes in big games, what's the point? Madrid,
and as well...
Listen, Madrid are not the giants they were.
Just conceded 5 against Atletico. Like, Gabriel Milito's not great.
And I would
Rudiger's
suggest that Barcelona are better, and I'd suggest PSG are definitely better.
Yes, but defensively, Real Madrid do need help. The young lad, Howson, they got from Bournemouth, very good player.
Yeah, he's done.
He needs a big, strong, quick centre-half next to him like Konate.
Yeah, well, I'm not having that. Anyway, responding to speculation, the centre-back could be on his way to Madrid. Duolingo replied, Ibrahima Konate is a member of our Spanish Diamond League. Have you ever tried to... Have you tried?
I've never tried, mate. Never, ever, ever.
I've looked a bit... I think if I put my mind to it, I could learn French.
You reckon?
I did a bit at school, yeah. And if I had 3 months, I could learn French.
Which I used to always say about... It was always French at school. We didn't have a choice. I was like, I'd rather have had a choice to learn Spanish. You're going to use it more?
I think Spanish is harder.
No, but you're going to use it more than French, aren't you?
Well, it depends. Depends if you know that villa you've just bought in Mallorca, Palma.
I wish, mate.
Yeah. Well, sell one of your 6 you've got here and buy one over there. Right, we thought we could help. We thought we could help Ibrahima with his Spanish. So can you translate these very basic words, please, Gab? So how do you say thank you in Spanish?
Gracias.
What? Gracias.
Same
Gracias.
thing, you know what I mean?
No. Please. That's easy. Please. Oh, come on.
Por favor.
Yeah, goodbye.
Adios.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I feel I'm talking to.
When you leave the restaurant, adios. Easy.
What about... but give us a break. Hello. Jesus wept.
Let's move on. Leave me alone, please.
Katie's back. Thank God. Katie, morning.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Oh.
Yo hablo un poco español.
Oh, there you go.
I'm a good man. Is that what it is?
Es bueno.
See that? I'm a good man. That's what she said.
No, I just said, how are you?
Just how are you?
I speak a little bit of Spanish.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Money. Why are we playing ABBA?
Yes, because we're going to be talking about the World Cup ticket prices. Following on, we're talking about in the back page of The Sun regarding these, the FIFA are likely to schedule World Cup matches involving major European nations. They're pushing it back to midnight kickoff times in the UK after all of those complaints about the heat. But we're also talking about the ticket prices for the World Cups.
How much, Katie? Give us an idea.
The cheapest one for the Mexico opener is $370.
Is that for a bundle?
So that's just for the cheapest ticket. So these are for the openers. You've got the Canada and Mexico opener. So the Mexico opener is $370.
One ticket?
One ticket.
You're joking?
No.
Well, you know the Ryder Cup was 700.
That's the Ryder Cup, though.
Yeah, 700. But that's too dear.
And $355 for the Canada opener. But in terms of the group stages, looking much better for the cheapest ticket. So you've got $60 to $140. Now, before you ask, Alan, it's 74p to $1 US. So you're looking at group stages versus potentially if you compare it to Premier League match ticket prices.
Yeah.
So group stage would be the same as, for example, the cheapest Premier League match ticket, which is £26.50 at Wolves, or a ticket for a Premier League game to see West Ham, Man City, Burnley or Bournemouth. So if you compare it to Premier League games or group stage games, which would you rather see for a similar price?
Oh. Well, the World Cup's a bit special, isn't it?
Yes.
You know what I mean? It is special. And I don't know about you, but I get invited all the time to games.
Oh, really?
So do you, Gabby.
I don't,
Do you not, Gab? Oh.
He gets invited to the Diamond Club. You heard of the Diamond Club?
I've actually been to the Diamond Club.
Oh, okay. Is it nice and fancy?
It's lovely.
Lobster.
Are you trying to get an invite?
Lobster and stuff he says he has for his starter.
If I get a +1, maybe I'll bring
Gabby,
you.
you've no chance because you slag Arsenal off all the time. You get more chance with the Yam Yams for 22 quid. I like the Wolves boys, by the way. Yeah. I think the early stages that's good pricing.
That's all right. How about this? So Arsenal have they have the most expensive tickets.
Oh, do they? I thought Fulham did.
Well, Fulham are 125. Arsenal are 145.
Whoa.
50. But that is the equivalent of the World Cup ticket price for the third place game. So would you rather see an Arsenal game, or would you rather go to the third place of the World Cup?
World Cup, of course. I mean, I went to the Qatar World Cup like you did, Katie, and I was going to loads of games. I went to the Brazil game, went to the Argentina-Mexico game where Messi scored his first goal in the tournament.
Freebies.
Yeah, there were freebies, yeah.
TalkSPORT
freebies.
Please make that clear.
And I loved it. I love going to other games, not just to watch England play. So I'd say World Cup games for sure.
How about the final? This is £2,000 for the cheapest ticket.
Cheapest,
and 6,300.
You might as well stamp corporate only on there.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's
what did you pay that to?
What normal people can pay £2,000?
Of course not. It prices a lot.
And that's netto. Don't forget, it's net.
Oh, is it after?
You can't put it through your company, can you?
No. So that's nearly £1,500.
Speaking to fans in Qatar, there were loads of Argentinian fans that had said they'd sold their house to come over and watch Messi in the World Cup. People do crazy things, don't they? Football comes
People will
first.
pay these prices.
Yeah, they will.
Thinks it's the World Cup.
And by the way, that's on your own. What if you've got a kid, you know, a 12, 13-year-old that you've said, I promise you, if we get to the semi-final, I'm taking you. You've got to find that money netto.
You can't choose one kid, can you? You've got to be fair.
Well, you do.
That's sick.
Your poor girl's getting out.
What do you think this is about the World Cup, that there's still all the, desire to go and all of that? Because you think about 2030, that's across 6 countries. I mean, it's just getting so expensive for fans to travel now.
I don't like it being in more than one country.
I'm like that. I think it should be one country.
Yeah,
I don't like.
It's very odd.
We've got America, Canada, and Mexico. And I'm like, gosh, some travelling that is, by the way.
I can just picture it though. England win the World Cup and Donald Trump won't hand over the trophy. He's just hogging it. He's in the pictures. I'm like, come on, Donald, give us a yard. Let us enjoy it.
Harry Kane's trying to wrestle it off him.
Donald, come on. We want a team photo without you in it.
Yeah.
No, but the World Cup's the pinnacle, isn't it? And there'll be loads of England fans and fans of a lot of countries that are planning it.
I hope they decide when these games are going to be played soon because of the scheduling.
Getting
Radio,
hotels,
TV, media. Gabby, you think you're going? How do you know you're going?
I don't think I'm going.
You do.
I don't. This guy. I don't.
I must get my visa.
I'm jumping on Katie's +1.
What, in my luggage?
Yes.
Better get more then.
Well, Sky haven't got, have they? They won't have the World Cup, or will they?
No, Sky don't have the World Cup.
No. So your only hope is no chance. talkSPORT.
Exactly.
Oh,
me and Gab can go together.
Katie was there with other.
Oh, really? TNT? Do you do TNT?
Who was you there with?
I'm not talking about who I work for.
Who was you there with, Katie, last World Cup? Or was it Euros?
Last World Cup. And Euros.
Oh, Gabby. Abby's got... Abby?
Abby?
Abby.
Who's Abby?
McCoist. He wasn't.
Would be midday in US, but it's going to be too hot.
Yeah, they're annoying for us. I mean, the perfect would be having the games on during the day, evening games over here. But I get it. It's hard out there. Alan's forgetting what it felt like when you played in America and you couldn't breathe after 10 minutes because of the heat. He's forgot.
Yeah, but it wasn't just me. Everyone else was the same.
Yeah, but then the standard of the
Was it just Alan?
rubbish. But the standard of the football's not going to be great in the World Cup if they're playing and they can't
will
bloody
be.
run around.
Come on, it will be. We say that every 4 years. Look, don't worry about it. We played in Seville against Brazil, and it was hard work, but and it favoured them. But when there's a World Cup in the Northern Hemisphere, it should favour our lot rather than the South Americans.
Do you know what I do worry about though? Is if the games are at midnight and the games are on at bars, everyone's been out. Okay, let's go and watch the game. It could be a bit of carnage.
Yeah, but you adapt, Gabby. You have a sleep. You have snooze by the pool, don't you? You adapt.
Oh, I'm on about here in London or around the country.
You just watch the football whilst at a nightclub. That might make things interesting.
DJ, out you go.
Gabby,
Get the screen down.
Please tell me you don't go to nightclubs.
Not
at
anymore,
your age.
mate. No.
Not anymore.
Kate doesn't even go now, and she's
Yeah,
26.
I do 26.
7:31.
Here are some of the best off-camera anecdotes from recent years at the Ryder Cup. As caddy Billy Foster went to relieve himself at the Belfry, he noticed only one of the two cubicles had toilet paper. Shortly after he'd sat down, Tiger Woods went into the empty cubicle and realised his mistake all too late. So Foster took some paper, reached under the cubicle with a rescue offering, and as Tiger went to take it, Foster uttered the words, "Europe, one up." Fast forward 10 years to the miraculous Medina. Rory McIlroy overslept and was in danger of missing his Sunday tea time. Thankfully, travel organiser Erica Stoll sorted him a police escort. And 3 years later, McIlroy proposed. Scottish legend Sam Torrance tells many a yarn about the great Ballesteros. Apparently, Seve would regularly give coaching clinics to his European teammates. When the same players asked for help a week later at the Italian Open, Seve would tell them to Having started with a Billy Foster story, let's finish with one from the 12th tee at Oakland Hills in 2004. It was Jimenez and Garcia against Westwood and Clark in a practice round, and as they finished, Foster decided to jump in the buggy and speed away with all their clubs, only to lose control entirely and see it careering towards the spectators. Thankfully, the Red Sea parted and the buggy smashed into a tree, with viewers and clubs still intact.
At 7:36, talkSPORT breakfast with me, Brazil, Gabby, and our good friends at Arnold Clark get $7.50 off any used electric car or home charger. Gabby, you were working on Drive last night. Is that you finished today, or?
That's me finished, yeah. Home, mate. Yeah.
What else are you doing?
Well, I'm going to see the
2
kids.
days?
Go and see the kids, yeah. I'm going to take them out because you keep making
them out where? It's horrible out there.
No, I'm going to take them some nice dinner after school and.
Where? McDonald's?
Tell them how much I love them. No, nice Italian. In Solihull.
What, after school? What, 4 o'clock?
Yeah, why not?
No, they don't open at 4, do they?
do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. This is Suffolk. In Solihull, mate.
Oh, you mean one of them
what
chains?
Like what?
Proper.
No, a proper old school Italian.
At 4 o'clock, you don't.
Yes,
You tell fibs all the time.
I'm not, I promise you, mate.
How many kids you taking out to dinner? Don't think about it, you should know.
Okay, two. Two out of 4.
Where's the other 2?
They've got after school commitments.
Like what?
Gymnastics, athletics.
Did he?
Yeah.
Right.
Any more questions on my parenting?
I'm worried about you. I think you're spending too much time in Bournemouth and in London. Moving on to events out in Belgium last night. How about Newcastle? Very, very good. A 4-0 win. Okay, not Giants against USG to give the Magpies the first win in the Champions League this season. Good atmosphere there last night. And this was the biggest ever in the competition. We hear from Newcastle boss Eddie Howe now, who after the game had to be delighted with the performance.
Travelling out here, that's what we would have wanted, especially after the Arsenal ending. That was a big response from the players because that was a painful way to lose that game, and the players had to dig deep and look within themselves and come out fighting again. That's what we do best, and I thought it was a really good display today. It was always going to be a tough game, but I think as soon as we got that first goal, it settled us down and we played really well.
Yeah, it did. USG, you think, well, obviously
decent team.
The Brighton owner's involved, so it's in an indirect way, but good side, big crowd. I enjoyed the game.
I look at Club Brugge, very good side, and
they got beat last night, didn't they?
But USG are top of the Belgian league, so they're definitely a good team, mate.
Okay, so it's just what the doctor ordered for Newcastle. John is now former Newcastle assistant manager, now out in Poland. I wasn't aware of this. John Carver joins us now. Morning, John. How are we?
Morning, John.
Good morning, Alan, Gabby. Very good, thank you.
John,
big
first
smile
of all,
again, big smile.
Oh yeah, John. First of all, tell us about your new role out in Poland.
Yeah, obviously I'd been working with Scotland and I got the chance to come out here last year, just before Christmas. The team was struggling, bottom of the league, Lechia Gdansk. Beautiful place, by the way. And we were struggling at the bottom of the league. We had 11 points from 17 games. And we managed to keep them in the extra class, which was quite amazing. I had a short contract and then we decided to extend the contract to 3 years. So hence I had to give up Scotland, which I found extremely difficult, as you can imagine, Alan.
Yeah.
And join Lechia, and we've had a decent start to the season. We have -5 points because of what happened last season.
Okay.
And if we had those 5 points, we'd be sitting 10th at the moment, and in the last 16 of the FA Cup. So it's been a decent start, and we have a game tomorrow night, which is why I've been quite busy. But still had time to take in the game last night.
Good performance, wasn't it? Against a decent Belgian side. They were organised.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been the champions and they're sitting comfortable at the top of the league now. And they had a great result at PSV, beating them 3-1 away from home. But I thought we approached the game we were so professional. And I was so pleased watching it because I think we've learned from what happened last year. We didn't 2 years ago. We didn't pick up any points in the Champions League away from home, and I think we approached it different. And I think you always learn. And I think the fact that they went to the stadium the night before and trained in the stadium, I think that makes a difference. And so they've done things slightly different to what they've done in the past. But you could see the confidence, the professionalism. A real strong team that we put out because we've got an excellent squad now, and totally dominated the game other than 5 minutes just after half time where we were a little bit slack but then tightened up again. So a really, really good Champions League performance away from home, and it's something that we needed because when you look at the other fixtures that we've got coming, it's not going to be easy.
No.
Yeah, John, I agree. Watching the game, very professional. Even when you go 2 goals up, still wanted to get the third and the fourth and could have scored many more as well. And also it was a good chance to get Oselu, Hall and Barnes on the pitch, wasn't it?
Fantastic. And not just going forward, I thought defensively they had the desire to defend and make sure that we kept a clean sheet. But like you just said there, Gabby, getting these guys on the pitch is really important, giving them game time. And when they came on, they're all competing for position. So they've got to be 100%. They've got to be on the front foot. They've got to do it right. And something that jumped off the page in particular was Chow and Botman, the 2 centre-backs. I really like that combination. And obviously Tunal, he's a top player, but everything goes through him and he's a top performer. We just have to keep our fingers crossed that we don't get any more serious injuries to our top players, because you know what it's like playing Wednesday, Thursday, and then again at the weekend. It's not easy, but we have a squad to cope with it, and it's what we needed, because obviously 6 points from 6 games is not great, but it's just what the confidence that the guys needed, and they were fantastic.
Yeah, Forrest coming to St James's at the weekend. What about Voltamada? You think could he get sort of 15, 16 goals this year, John? You know, because a big guy, and he I think physically he's okay.
He's huge, and I've got to be honest, I didn't know a great deal about him. And he actually, when I first seen him, before I actually seen him playing, I thought he reminded me of George Reilly. And you remember George Reilly, I'm sure. Because I was a young player with George when he came to Newcastle, and George was decent with his feet as well. But you know, he's had a great start with his goals. He got a fortunate one last night, and the more goals he gets, the less we start thinking about Isak. And you know, he's put to bed now, and you know, he's a young lad. He's got, I think, a couple of seasons ago he was playing in the 2nd tier or the 3rd tier of the Bundesliga. So, you know, he's got time on his hands. He's been quite impressive, but only time will tell what we've got. Obviously, it's disappointing that we've lost Wissa. But you've got Asula out there who looks as if he's improving.
John, what about, just going back to Gdansk now, what about, what sort of system is in place in Poland for the youngsters? Have they got academies like the Premier League, or is it totally different?
It's exactly the same. There's no difference. And to be honest, we are a very, very young side. We last year in extra class, so we had the youngest squad of players that were playing. We have a policy that we bring in young players, try and develop and then move them on and give them the opportunity in Europe. And we've got 2 or 3 lads at the moment who are attracting interest. And as it happens, I actually gave one of the academy players from last season his debut in the Cup through the week last week, which we won 1-0. So I'm keen on young players because I've worked with young players. With the national team in Scotland, the young players coming through, with the young players at Newcastle coming through, we encourage the young players, and because of where we are, we're quite isolated in the north part of Poland, and we do some travelling, let me tell you. But we have some good young kids here, and we have a good system in place, and all the Polish teams, all the top sides, like Warsaw, like Poznan, everybody has the same system as back in England, and it's developing and getting better.
John, just finally, realistic for the Toon Army, the Geordies, what would be a good season for Newcastle this year?
I think a good season would be to get out of the group stages of the Champions League. I think, again, to finish in the top 6, and an extra bonus would be to pick up another trophy. I mean, I'll never forget the scenes after winning our first trophy after so many years. And it's what our fans and what the people of the North East deserve, and they've waited a long time for it. So more success. I don't think the poor start to the season is going to affect us, and I think the further the season goes on, we'll get stronger, develop, and get better. And players that are injured, and we've got some good players who are injured, coming back. Just keep our fingers crossed that we don't get any more serious injuries.
Yeah, John, listen, good luck. We'll keep an eye out for your results. Good luck. Yes. Thank you this morning. Thank you, okay, John Carver there. Guys. Former Newcastle assistant manager out in Poland. Okay, it's interesting, isn't it? Exact same, academies. Yep. I remember playing out there against, who was it, Lech Poznan? Boniek. Remember Boniek?
Yes.
He played for them.
Like you said there with the youngsters, Al, you have to, because they're hungry. Sometimes you get the older pros that maybe aren't as hungry as the young lads. Give them a chance.
Yeah. Right, still to come on breakfast this morning.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Bricks on bricks on bricks. Over 40 million available to order with delivery to site. That's one less thing to worry about.
Now you can get your calls in the last night's Champions League action. We're asking which Premier League team is emerging as the best to watch. Is it Arsenal now? The speedy wing play of Newcastle, the solidity and set-piece dominance of the Arsenal, the magic of a Palmer-inspired Chelsea. I think he makes Chelsea. Or is nobody playing truly good football yet? That's our debate from 8 o'clock this morning. 03717 223344 for your calls. We'll also speak to Neil Warnock, Ron Vlaar and Barry Hearn. That was a look ahead. We're good friends at Travis Perkins. talkSPORT Travel coming next.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
9 minutes before 8 o'clock, Gabby alongside me, and Katie is back for a bit of this.
Shenanigans. Shenanigans. Shenanigans.
Okay, we're talking shenanigans here with Katie. Remind the listeners what it's all about, please.
Yes, this is our fun and silly part of the show where you two go head-to-head through various games. Remember, we had the sports quiz in the first week. Yes. Second week, we had Guess the Sporting Objects.
That was fun. Yeah, blindfolded.
Both of you blindfolded. And this week's game is Headline Howlers. So I'm going to read out 3 headlines. 1 is true and 2 are false. And you've got 1 go to guess the true answer. Otherwise, it switches to the other
blindfolded again.
person. No, you're not getting. You can't do that every week. That was a one-off.
Blindfolded.
Stop with
Any
that.
handcuffs there, Katie?
Guys, it's breakfast radio.
What's wrong with you?
Handcuffs.
Anyway, the production crew are going to be keeping across the scores. The winner is the one who gives me the most correct answers. Gabby, you are up first. Which is true out of the following 3 headlines about Alan? Alan Brazil, I auditioned for the Beatles. Alan Brazil, I could have been a movie star. Or Alan Brazil, Simon Cowell asked me to be a judge on X Factor.
I'm going to go for B.
B, which is Alan Brazil, I could have been a movie star, is the right answer.
Yep, it's because he says it every week.
Okay.
Movie star where?
Okay, well, do you remember, do you care to explain the escape to victory and Pele?
I'll just double check. That's where you're coming from.
Do you want to tell the story?
Basically, I flew back with Scotland into Budapest airport. We lost 1-0 to Hungary, and all the crew were there from Escape to Victory. And would I like to stay over? Because a lot of the Ipswich players were coming out to make this movie about, by the way, every Christmas it's on now. It's a bit of fun, good movie. And I'd been away for 3.5 weeks. I went, nah, not for me. So I went home. I should have stayed. When I see it now, I think I should have stayed for the grandkids. But anyway, I didn't. So 1 point to Gabby. Alan, your go. Which one of these headlines is true about Gabby? Gabby, today I'd outscore Erling Haaland. Today I'd be a £50 million man. And today I'd be the first name on the England sheet. Well, certainly not the last one. I'd probably go, I think B. I think £50 million man.
And that is the correct answer. We've got a draw 1-1.
Alan rates me. Alan
it really does.
It was tongue-in-cheek, though, Gab.
50 million now, fair play. It's about right.
Alan, do you think any club right now would pay 50 million for peak and inform Gabby?
Yes, I do.
Which club?
Any of the big boys would, yeah. Okay. Anyone that can, come off the bench and...
That'll suit me, mate.
No. Gabby, in his day, was a flyer. He doesn't look it now, but he was quick. He was a flyer. He'd scored a goal or 2. I'd be a bit concerned about... When you do your homework with Gab, I'd be a little bit concerned about how he lived his life, outside football. But you take a chance, yeah.
Thank you, Al.
Okay, so 1-1. Gabby, you're up next.
Come on, then.
Which of these is true? Brazil gets stuck in a golf buggy. Brazil gets stuck on Blackpool's Big Dipper. Or Brazil gets stuck in a plane seat?
I think it's a plane seat. I'm going to go C. Yes.
Okay. Do you know the answer?
I do know the answer.
Do you want to tell the story?
Gabby's right.
Oh. Gabby is right. That's another correct answer.
I went for the loo and the chair came with me.
What do you mean?
But there was a worse place. I thought you were going to come up with a... The worst one was at Fratton Park, Pompey, in the middle of the winter. It was freezing. I had about 4 layers on.
Yep.
And in those days, I don't know what it's like now, Fratton. It's probably not changed. There's a spiral ladder goes up into the roof, up to the gantry.
Yes.
Yes, there is.
And there wasn't a lot of room. You had the safety rungs round it. Mm-hmm. And I was climbing up. I was on the ascend, Gabby, and all these guys were giving me stick. Pompey fans were giving me pelters. And all of a sudden I went, oh no, I've got stuck. I couldn't move, Gab. Wow. You couldn't believe it. They were howling. And I was dangling. I couldn't help.
Little dangling
move on, Katie.
I really like that one. Okay, so it's 2-1. Alan, your go to make it an equaliser. Which is true about Gabby from these? Gabby Agbonlahor, my depressing first paycheck. Gabby, my chavvy first paycheck. Or Gabby, my frisky first paycheck. This is from a story in the Sun.
Oh, Gabby does like his dough. He loves his money. So I'll probably go. I'm not sure about this one, Kate, but I'll go A. I'll go the first one. It's depressing first paycheck.
The answer is my chavvy first paycheck. So actually incorrect.
Incorrect.
So do you remember?
Your chavvy one. What's
so
that?
Basically, when I got my first...
So what? I don't know. Chavvy.
When I got my first decent paycheck, I took my best mate. We went to the Lacoste sportive shop in the Bullring and brought nice chavvy tracksuits.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yes, that's
so you didn't have an agent in those days? No.
Or a stylist?
No stylist. Well, they were good back in the day. Them Lacoste tracksuits.
And who was your mate then?
Are you matching?
Never you mind. Antoine, his name.
Deborah.
Who? Deborah.
Tracy.
Oh,
wait, Trace.
So you went from £80 to £1,500 a week,
Yes.
and you spent it on a Lacoste tracksuit, Night trainers,
See that's
and a Volkswagen Golf hatchback
that's
as
a bit
well.
of camouflage, that chavvy, paycheck. Nah. Anyway, go on.
So the winner of this week's Shenanigans is...
Oh, no.
Gabby! Congratulations.
That was easy, Alan.
1,500 quid you got. What age were you?
19.
See, that's what's wrong with football.
Too much, wasn't it, for 19?
Big style. Yeah, big
Yeah,
style.
that's quite a jump from 80 to 1,500 a week.
Lot, isn't it?
No wonder you were straight down
Honestly,
to the store.
like, I remember when the first payday and going to the local petrol station, there was a cash point, putting my card in to see if it'd gone in. And I saw it and I was like, oh,
what's my
hello?
pin?
All right, we're off. We're on the car. We're going to the.
So who was your mate again?
My friend Antoine. My good friend Antoine.
What do you mean, good friend? Where did you know him from?
From school.
All right, okay.
So
and what did you buy him?
So I got him a red tracksuit, Lacoste tracksuit, and I got a blue one.
Nice
So you were matching.
No. What about, matching tracksuits, but not.
That's tragic.
Some nice 110s out. You ever heard of 110 trainers?
No.
Like Nike Air Max.
No, Barry called me the other day. Barry Bowen. He said, "Do you want in?" I went, "No, Gabby's got enough trainers."
Oh, okay, interesting.
Well, that is it for this week's Shenanigans. Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it, Katie. You were a star, Katie.
Sensational, Katie.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Back same time next week.
I'm not happy about that question, by the way. Chavvy paycheck.
Learn something every day, Alan.
It shows you now from £1,500 gone in to buy a shell suit.
Yeah.
And then you're down at China White's spending that on a bit of Dom Pom or a bit of Cristal, eh?
I preferred Ace of Spades. That was my champagne.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, very nice.
Ace of Spades. There you go.
Okay.
Right. So 03717 223344. We're taking your calls on last night's Champions League action. What do you make of that, Gabby? There, Antoine, give us a call. Did he buy you a T-shirt or did he buy you a red tracksuit? Arsenal fans have also told us this morning, lay off and let them do their things. Well, next we'll hear from one who believes one member of the current side could be as good as Thierry Henry. Is coming next 8 o'clock.
Shenanigans.
The Lions. Real-life fantasy rugby. Bitter rivalries set aside in a quest to create the world's best team in weeks. There's nothing like it, but who on earth had the idea and how did it all begin? Incredibly, the first Lions tour was organised and funded by three men who played in England's first ever Test cricket match: opening bowler Alfred Shaw, opening batsman Arthur Shrewsbury and captain James Lillywhite. The 1888 Lions squad, then made up of 17 English, 4 Scots and 1 Welshman and a Northern Irishman, took a 46-day boat trip to New Zealand before heading to Australia. The Lions weren't alone on the boat. Also on board were 300 stoats and weasels who were brought over to eliminate New Zealand's rabbit problem. The first ever Lions captain, Robert Seddon, died of drowning midway through the tour while sculling on a river. Andrew Stoddart, who was another of the cricketers there, took over and was the star of the tour. The next one was the first to get official recognition from the RFU against the newly formed Springboks. Although the Lions won the series and beat the Boks again 5 years later, in the 12 series since in South Africa, they've only won 2. New Zealand has proved an even tougher hunting ground, just the 1 series win for the Lions in 11 attempts, which came in 1971. And then there was that nail-shredding drawn series in 2017, only the second in Lions history. Only once have the Lions clinched a series after losing the first test, 1989, when David Campese's infamous ghost pass was pounced upon by Ian Evans. Before World War II, the Lions had a dark blue strip, which on the 1930 tour forced the All Blacks to play in all white. So in 1950, the iconic red shirts, white shorts and blue and green socks combination was born. It remains the symbol of the greatest alliance of adversaries in all of sport. To borrow the phrase from Jim Telfer, the Lions is Everest.
This is talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil and Gabby and Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. On the way for you this morning, legendary football manager and British icon Neil Warnock will join us, explain what just is happening in the city of Sheffield, very close to Neil's heart. Both United and Wednesday are in the bottom 3, not to mention the crisis over late payments again at Hillsborough. After Rocket Ronny O'Sullivan ditched the UK for Dubai, we'll ask founder of the Matchroom, Barry Hearn, what that means for Ronny's future. Will he be seen on British soil again? Stay tuned to find out. And former Villa and Founder defender Ron Vlaar will join us to look ahead to the Europa League game tonight between the two sides. Good game, this one. Big game. Let's remind ourselves what Vlaar said about Gabby last time he was on.
Gabby, you were a club legend already, but I think you could have done more. I don't hope you have any regrets looking back on your career, but I think you could get more out of it.
See, Gabby, that is, I have to say,
harsh. That is. Oh.
Well, he's basically pointing a finger saying you're a bad pro.
Yeah.
Along with Martin O'Neill. Along with some of your Villa
David O'Leary, Alex McLeish.
Is there a, you know?
Yeah, Tim Sherwood will say positive things, maybe. One manager, maybe. That was harsh from Ron. What time's he on? 8:45. We're going to have words. Concrete Ron.
Do you fancy Villa in Rotterdam tonight?
I do not, Alan. No.
Why?
Because Feyenoord unbeaten in their last 6 home Europa League games. Top of the league as well. They're the Dutch league as well, so going to be a tough game. They're very good in Europe and at home, so tough game for
right
Villa.
away, as soon as you mentioned Feyenoord, I remember it brings me back a glorious time of football, 1970.
Okay.
Celtic beat Leeds in the semi-final, the great Leeds side.
Okay.
Celtic beat them home and away at Ellen Road and at Hampden Park, and it was the final was the San Siro in Milan against Feyenoord, and there was all these rumours flying about, which I've been told were not true, that there was arguments in the Celtic camp about bonuses and money, and it wasn't all well. And we lost 2-1. Tommy Gemmell scored for Celtic, and a guy called Kinval and Israel scored for Feyenoord to beat us 2-1 in the final. My brother was there, I wasn't there, but I was there at the semi-final, 134,000.
Wow.
It was unbelievable.
What stadium?
Hampden.
Wow.
It was unbelievable. Those were great years, those years.
This game tonight as well means a lot, Al. There's a lot of Villa fans that have gone because this was the stadium where Aston Villa won the European Cup.
Okay.
Rotterdam against Bayern Munich. You know that era when they were better than Ipswich.
We should have been in that final. We should have been.
What do you mean? We?
Yeah, Ipswich.
You got to let it go, mate. You've got a lot of fans.
You just brought it up.
You've got a lot of Villa fans that love you. You've got Villa colours on, your claret and blue. Let it go, mate.
Right. It was another brilliant night of Champions League football here on talkSPORT, especially for, Newcastle had a great result and Arsenal. Newcastle off the mark in this year's Champions League, a 4-0 hammering over a half-decent side, USG in Belgium, whilst Arsenal had to work hard. 1-0 for a long period of the game, but eventually winning 2-0 against Olympiacos. The phone lines are busy this morning. Let's take a call from Peter, an Arsenal fan, who has some high praise for Martinelli. Peter, morning.
Morning, Alan.
Good morning, Peter.
Morning. How are we doing? All right?
Good, Pete. Yeah. So you want to talk about Martinelli?
Yeah, I've always liked him as a player.
Yeah.
But I think we could get more out of him because I think we could do with him what Arsene Wenger did with Thierry Henry, who started as a winger.
Whoa.
Well, he did. You're right, Pete. He did start as a winger, and Arsene then changed him through the middle.
I'm not sure you can.
Oh, no. But I know he's not saying that. He's just saying he can get an improvement out of Martinelli.
I really like him. He's got great control, he's got great attitude, and he's got pace. And he can finish when he's got the chances. You know, so I'm not saying he gets isolated on the wing, and some Arsenal fans think, he's not good enough, he doesn't get in the game enough. But I think he's fantastic.
There you go.
No, listen,
I really think we could get more out of him.
But do you think when you talk about Thierry Henry and the finishing ability, Martinelli does and always has missed a lot of chances?
Yeah, but I think because he doesn't get many chances. You know, he's out on the wing, he doesn't get as many chances as he might. I'm not saying he should, be the out-and-out striker, but he should be used more centrally.
I'd like to see him as well, Peter, when the ball's down the right-hand side about to be crossed, and I'd like to see him getting into that far post more. Yeah. And look, you're right, Pete, he can come inside because he got that goal the other day, didn't he, when he lobbed the keeper?
He
started
this season really well. I think he's top goal scorer.
So, Peter, just talk to me about Gyökeres. Do you think he will come good? He will be prolific or not?
I think he'll be a good player, but it takes time. He's come from a totally different environment in Portugal. He's got to get used. The Premier League's not like any other league, and it will take him time. But every game he's shown a bit more, I think.
Peter, nice call. Yep. Thank you. There you go. Positive there for Martinelli, who you don't rate, Gal.
No. Listen, he's got everything, Gal, but he's never going to be a finisher. He just hasn't got it. The amount of times Martinelli over the seasons has gone through 1v1 and he's got the wrong finish. Thierry Henry, his name should not be spoken. He must be waking up this morning, Thierry, like, pardon? Heard my name, Martinelli. Down the middle, I'm not sure, but he needs to keep what he's doing this season, keep putting away the chances that he is.
I just wonder, because Arsenal have got a chance here. There's no doubt, Premier League and Champions League, they have chances.
Yes.
Against PSG, I thought they should have beat them last year. Was it last year? I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
Arsenal was as good as...
Mr. Striker.
Correct. And that, again, still is in my mind thinking, have they got someone who can take half a chance when it matters most?
I think Gyökeres will, Alan, and
I hope so.
I think we have to be fair and say, listen, it's a new league. He's got to get used to playing every week in the Premier League. And the more I watch him, I'm like, yeah, you know what? He's up for the battle.
Gab, it's the Spurs as well. You know, have Spurs got a real top-class centre-forward?
No. Solanke for me.
Who has got a top centre-forward?
Yeah, there's a lot of teams have, but I look at Solanke and I say, listen, 9 Premier League goals last season. Spurs need someone that's hitting 20, like Harry Kane would. That's what they need. But they're down the pecking order, aren't they, Spurs? Because Šeško they wanted. Maybe they wanted Gyökeres as well, but they're never going to get those players.
Yeah. So, Arsenal fans, give us a call, 03717 22 3344. At this moment in time, Gabby, I give you £10. Who'd you put on? Do you put it on Arsenal?
I'm lumping on that £10 on Arsenal.
Are you?
Yes.
Why not Liverpool? You just worried about the goals they're conceding?
I'm worried about lack of clean sheets compared to Arsenal. Goals conceded this season. I think Liverpool conceded 7 in the league, is it? And Arsenal conceded only 3. And I look at Van Dijk, if he got injured. I'm looking at Konate's situation as well. Not signing a new deal. It's not been great as well.
He started really shaky. Then he had a couple of really good games.
Exactly.
But I think he's one of them that is always going to give you a chance.
Yeah. And I look at Frimpong and I look at Kerkez. Haven't quite settled in yet. And I look at Arsenal and it looks so hard to score goals past him. So for that reason, and Arsenal...
set pieces forward, it's remarkable.
And how strong they are going forward now, Arsenal, with the players they brought in. Eze as well. Gabriel Jesus to come back, Havertz to come back, Alan, to fight for places. Wanyeri can't even get on the pitch as well. So I'm going to go with Arsenal.
Okay, if you can't get enough of the Champions League, make sure you tune in today's edition of the talkSPORT Daily. It gives you an in-depth Champions League roundup with European football expert Kevin Hatchard, available on all podcast platforms. Right, plenty to come. Coming up, we've got Sporting Odds with Coral, Neil Warnock and Ron Vlaar. do you mean Olivia's leather trousers? Right. What's wrong with you, Gab?
Rewind. Back in the day, Al. 100%.
I tell you what, I reckon this sold well, didn't it, around the world?
What a film,
Travolta, by the way, Travolta, he's a top actor.
Yes,
he's
one of the best.
He's done stuff like Grease, and he's done some real weird stuff, like good stuff.
What was it? Was it Pulp Fiction?
Oh, fantastic.
Unreal on that one.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But this film, though, Grease, was like, everyone liked Grease.
Yeah.
Don't matter. You know, some films that, like, everyone just loves to watch when you're a lot younger.
But Pulp Fiction, girl, do, you'll be a woman soon.
4 million copies it sold.
No. Did it really?
Pulp Fiction, though, what a film.
There you go, talkSPORT Breakfast with Gabby. A story was spotted in the papers this morning. Chore, the one that I want. Chore. Busy Brits are saving time by combining dating with everyday admin in a trend known as chore mance.
Dating with admin?
Chore mance, as in C-H-O-R-E, mance. Single folk are sizing up potential partners, that's you, Gab, by doing weekly shopping together with Antoine, walking the dog, or going to the gym. Okay. One person has even said, I love my chore mance. Merging my love life with my to-do list is a real game changer. What a load of baloney.
What's happened to the world, mate?
Well, I don't know.
It's scary, isn't it, Al?
I don't know.
Let's move on.
I still don't know what chore mance is.
I don't get it, mate.
No?
Something like, I can imagine someone like Sam Ellard into that sort of stuff.
Little Sam?
New generation. Date and get your chores done at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Al. This up-and-coming group of...
I've got a question. Do you chip in with is it chores?
Chores.
I've got chores here.
It's chores, isn't it? Not chores, chores. Meaning like jobs that you need to go and get done?
I think they mean chores, as in house chores.
What, like the ironing and the...
Yeah. Who does your ironing, Gab? Sketchley's?
Say again?
Sketchley's?
I do it, mate.
Get away.
I do.
Get away.
I do, mate.
You're on the iron unit with West Ham.
What about you, Al? What chores do you do? You sort out the garden?
I cut the grass.
Yeah.
Cut
one of those that you sit on and you drive around?
I cut the grass and then head down to Newmarket.
Okay.
The sales next week. Can't wait. Right now, time for the latest odds before he boards first-class Eurostar to Gay Paris. Here comes Steve-O.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Monsieur, taxi, yeah, oui. Hotel Maurice. Yes, Maurice, no problem. And then Hippodrome Longchamp. Oh, Steve-O, what a great weekend you've got coming up.
What a life.
Bonjour, monsieur. Comment ça va?
That's about it, isn't it?
Je voudrais une bouteille de rosé, s'il vous plaît.
Oui, Whispering Angel.
Did you test Steve-O?
Steve-O, does your lovely lady, does she speak a bit of French?
Yes. I've said before, we never go hungry or thirsty when we're away. So
baby sharp, s'il vous plaît.
Now,
by the way, the arc is so wide open, is it not?
Do you know what? I think this is a brilliant renewal of the race. I love this race anyway. I'll go back to 1986, Al, when Dancing Brave came flying down the outside under Pat Edery. The French cameraman missed him. He was so far out wide. And ever since then, I have loved this race. Great horses like Montjeu, the great See the Stars, of course, Enable and Frankie Dettori. This is so open. Two fillies at the head of the betting. Aventure, last year's runner-up, and Mini Hawk, who's 4 from 4 this year for Aidan O'Brien and the Coolmore lads. Then we've got such a strong Japanese challenge. Quadu Nord, Byzantine Dream, two of them.
Byzantine Dream's the one I quite like each way.
You like that for Oisin Murphy?
Yeah.
Is there going to be enough rain to bring the likes of Kalpana
I'm told there could be a bit of rain tomorrow, Steve-O.
Yeah. So there's so many variables. The other big variable, about 11:30 today, the draw. So you do not want to be out too wide. So you want something really 7, 8 or lower. So keep an eye on the draw this morning before you have those bets, obviously.
Steve-O,
yeah, what a brilliant race.
Absolutely. Don't have a bet till you see the draw. When is the Champions Stakes? I'm trying to fit that one in. When is that?
2 weeks this Saturday.
Right, okay.
Yes, because we go up to York next week for the Coral Sprint, and it's the Dewhurst at Newmarket, and then the following week is the big Champions Day at Ascot. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's got to be. How's the vacancy in the old Coral box? Are we?
Hey, there's always room for you, Al. Always room for you.
Yeah. No, Gabby. No.
What about me, Steve?
Now listen.
So I go and take a break, or
talking.
You're going to Dunstall Park.
You're always welcome at Birmingham with us, Gab.
Anytime.
Talking of Paris, how good were PSG last night, by the way?
Second half, especially. Yeah.
Well, they went one down, obviously, but then got level before half-time. Considering they were without their first choice front three, I thought they were sensational, honestly. The team to beat once again. They're 11-2 joint favourites, along with Barcelona, to win this. 6 Arsenal, 13-2 Liverpool. But I thought they were sensational.
Barcelona joint favourites?
No, Gab.
No,
I'm surprised.
No. With that defence, like, no pace, 2 centre-halves. I'd fancy Arsenal against them, Barcelona, Liverpool against Barcelona over 2 legs. 100%.
Talking of favourites, Aston Villa, our favourites, Gab, to win the Europa League.
But are we favourites tonight?
He's worried about tonight. Final.
You are favourites tonight, yeah. 5-4 favourites, absolutely.
Feyenoord in great form now, and they're doing very well at home in Europa League, unbeaten in the last 6 at home in Europa League.
Just a shade over 2-1 Feyenoord, 5-2 the draw. You're nearly always tempted by the draw. Is that where you're going tonight?
I was going to look at tonight a draw for Aston Villa and Celtic. That's my bet tonight.
Okay, we'll move on to Celtic. Al, your odds on at home 8-11 to beat the Portuguese team Braga 3-1.
I think we should
11-4
win,
the
Celtic
draw.
Are not exactly pulling up trees at the moment.
No.
They're not. So I'd leave Parkhead alone tonight. I would. I was a little bit unlucky in that last night. I had a 5-timer and 2 let me down late on. Leverkusen let me down and City let me down. Oh, the other 3 came up.
Yeah, another disappointment. I know Haaland is flying, but they'd have been disappointed with that City. Got to mention Nottingham Forest, of course. They are 1-2 to beat their Danish opponents, who are 5-1. And Rangers go to Sturm in Austria. Just over even money, the home side. Rangers just over 2-1, 11-4 the draw there. And Crystal Palace are 9-2 favourites to win the Europa Conference League. So the betting suggests it should be a good season.
Steve, I've got a lovely weekend for you. Take your wallet, but it is stunning. Glen Eagles, take the missus up there. I know it's the Alfred Dunhill Links coming up, which is a beautiful tournament. But Glen Eagles, what a nice place for a weekend.
Steve-O, can I quickly just say, though, the last time Alan said to me to go somewhere was in Mallorca, and the restaurant had closed down 3 years before. So I turned up and it was just all boarded up. So just be careful, mate, okay?
It wasn't boarded up.
I'm pretty sure Glen Eagles is still there, Gab. I'm pretty sure. Look, you mentioned the Dunhill Links, obviously up in where do they play it? Across Kingsbarns, Carnoustie and St Andrews. 4 Ryder Cup heroes playing. Tommy Fleetwood, Tyrrell Hatton, Matt Fitzpatrick and Bob McIntyre. They are the first 4 in the betting. I suppose the question is, chaps, how much has that Ryder Cup
taken out
of them?
Steve, how did the book do? Because at one stage, I backed Europe early on, before the first ball was teed off at the start of the tournament, and I thought I've won my money. I knew the Americans would come back, but not like that. And I was beginning to think I've done my money.
Oh, it got so close. Europe were 100-1 on to win it going into the singles. Then they got down to about 5-2. Yeah, that's how tight it got. The Americans that were 40-1 got into about 4-6. I'd backed the draw going into it, and of course, had given up. Dino sent me a message saying, "You've done your money on the draw," and I thought I had. And for a moment, the draw looked a runner on that fight. I mean, it was drama, wasn't it? And they were just toying with them, though. They got it won in the first 2 days, ultimately, didn't
by the way, Ober, people forget what he done. He was the only one to win in the last
Only one to win, yeah.
Yeah, he was. He was brilliant. And what's his name? Tyrrell Hatton done brilliant to get half a point as well. So, everyone was talking about the great Irish, putt on the last. Shane's brilliant. He done the Irish jig, but it was a little bit more to it than just Shane's putt. But it was fantastic. Yeah. It was a brilliant 3 days watch. It was fantastic.
And of course, 2 years' time. Sorry, Al, 2 years' time.
Adair Manor. JP.
Yeah, Manor. JP's McManus's place. And of course, JP's great friends with Tiger Woods. So I wonder if we might see Tiger captain in the the American team. Got to touch on Ipswich quickly, Al. You are now joint favourites for the championship, along with Coventry.
You were so negative a few weeks ago.
How can we be still joint favourites? How can we? We drew with Blackburn. Well, no, sorry, the Blackburn game was called off.
Bristol. Where did you draw? Bristol City.
Yeah, and Blackburn were beating us 1-0, and then the Rangers come down. Now look at Blackburn. Blackburn are struggling. We play Norwich for the weekend. And hopefully we'll beat them at Portman Road. But I just don't see it, how we can be joint favourites.
Steve-O, can I quickly get, Matt? I know you'll have them. The odds on the Singapore Grand Prix, please.
The Singapore Grand Prix?
Yeah, this weekend. You not got them, Steve-O?
Yes, of course I have, Gab. Of course I've got those. Who would you make favourites, Gab?
Oh, you're trying to get some time there.
It's a street circuit, isn't it? It's a street circuit, so it could easily be Red Bull again.
So you fancy Verstappen, yeah?
This is a great shout. Okay. Lando Norris 2-1, Max Verstappen 2-1, Oscar Piastri, the leader, current championship leader, 5-2.
Got to give the Grand Prix some more love, Steve.
There's only one place to watch the Singapore Grand Prix is on the rooftop of the Singapore Cricket Club.
Really?
It is magic. Oh yeah. You wouldn't get in, Gabby. You wouldn't get in.
Can you get me in?
No.
They treat you really well as well.
Brilliant. Yeah. Absolutely lovely people.
Okay.
But it's stifling hot. And I mean stifling hot. You come out of your hotel room, showered, shorts on, little T-shirt, walk 100 yards, you need another shower. That's how warm it is.
Shorts, yeah.
Oh, it's bad. You'd be all right with that.
You get your legs out in Singapore.
Of course I do. Yeah, of course I do. So, Steve-O, you've got Paris and old Scobie, he's off to the Breeders' Cup. Is where again this year? Is it Del Mar?
Del Mar, where the turf meets the surf, down at Old Del Mar in San Diego. Yeah, absolutely. Lovely. I wouldn't be swapping Paris, though. Not even for Singapore.
I'm going to try and get down to sales next week down in Newmarket. I think it's book 1 and book 2 next week. So I see that over in Ireland, Steve-O, the money's still about in racing. It's quite incredible.
It is. It's an incredibly resilient sport. And next week we will see tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions spent. Always a big week for Noozles there, Al. They're consistently one of the biggest sellers down there. So exciting
I'm looking forward to it. It's a great, if you've not been down there, and you can go for free as well. Just a little stroll around.
Yeah.
The bars are open and just watch what happens. These beautiful animals. Yep. It is stunning. Absolutely.
We have to break though, Steve-O. We don't pay you for this much time, Steve-O.
Steve-O, have a great day, mate. Enjoy Paris.
Thank you,
we don't speak to you tomorrow.
Top man, Steve-O.
Cheers, gents.
Dave Stevens heading to the Hippodrome, Paris.
He's got a good life, hasn't he, Al?
Of course he has. Yeah, but he does have to work hard. He's got a lot of travelling. Yeah, a lot of travelling.
Work hard. Him and Simon's at Diamond Club last night watching Arsenal. Simon's there enjoying life.
He's entitled to see the odd football game. Yeah.
They're enjoying too much, Al. I'm not happy.
Steve-O there, right. That was a look at all the latest odds, and all thanks to Coral. Ipswich still joint favourites. Amazing. Thanks to Coral. 18+ gambleaware.org.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18+ gambleaware.org.
teams have got a load of crazy nicknames. Ever wondered where they came from? Some are pretty straightforward. Arsenal are the Gunners because they were founded by a group of munitions workers, and Bournemouth are the Cherries because their old stadium was built right next to a cherry orchard. Then there's Everton. They're dubbed the Toffees, but why? Well, because when the club was formed, just down the road there were 2 local toffee shops. Ipswich Town nicked their nickname off their opponents in the late 90s, Birmingham. The term Tractor Boys was chanted as a way to tease the team about their farming background, but they started using it themselves as a way to cheer on the team in victory instead. Take that, Birmingham. Let's head to Leicester, famous for more than just a red, well, orangey cheese and Jamie Vardy. Leicestershire's also the birthplace of fox hunting, hence the Foxes. Crystal Palace's nickname came from an extreme makeover. They were having a nightmare run in the 70s, and when they were relegated, their manager, Malcolm Allison, wasn't having it. I know what'll make us better, he thought, a new nickname. The Strong and Deadly Eagle sounded like a pretty good bet. And there's more to that story. Brighton used Palace's nickname to inspire their own. Ooh, bird, they thought. Let's just pick a different one for us. And so, in a heated match between the two teams back in 1976, when Palace fans began chanting, "Eagles, Eagles," Brighton fans had the perfect reply. Seagulls, seagulls. So next time the away ends chanting their crazy nickname, you'll now know exactly where it came from.
22 minutes to 9 o'clock. talkSPORT breakfast with me, Alan Brazil and Gabby, and Arnold Clark. Get $7.50 off any used electric car or home charger. We're up in Glasgow, aren't we, coming up? Giving a car away, I believe.
Yes, we are. Yes, electric car away. Looking forward to that.
That'll be good. Now, it's been revealed why Ronny O'Sullivan has quit the UK for Dubai. This is in the papers. Ronny claimed the only place he could practice in the UK was the brilliant snooker city of Sheffield, but his wife, Layla, has refused to live there, so they've relocated to Dubai. I'm not sure that's true, do you?
Why not?
Well, you don't have to. You
Rio's
can practice there, but you don't have to live in Sheffield.
Rio's gone, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, but I'm just saying, maybe Layla, you can live in the outskirts of Sheffield. You can live in, well, Manchester's not far from Sheffield, is it?
What, you say Manchester's better than Sheffield? Careful.
No, listen, yeah, I'm saying, yeah. Yeah.
You're a brave man, Mr. Brazil.
No. Sheffield, look, there's nothing wrong with Sheffield. Don't worry about that. You know, I used to go up there the ski slope.
I lived there for 3 months, 4 months. I loved it.
Well, no, you didn't.
Yes,
you
I
told
did.
me you hated it.
I didn't.
You told me you hated it.
I hated all the hills because my golf.
7 hills in Sheffield.
Couldn't get up the hills.
You know that? 7 hills like Rome.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So I struggled in my golf to get up hills in Sheffield during the winter when it was...
You didn't play golf.
What are you on about? My golf, my car. My Volkswagen Golf. I couldn't get up the hills in Sheffield when I was on loan.
I get lost.
I'm serious. During the bad weather, I couldn't get it.
Ah, that's different. We'll get a new set of tyres, wheels.
Oh, I was 19, mate.
Oh, so you hadn't got that £1,500 check?
Not yet, no.
No, okay. Right, so anyway, Ronny claimed the only place he could practice in the UK was Sheffield, but his wife didn't like it. So we thought we couldn't let this slide without bringing in someone to defend the city of Sheffield. You got the big Meadow, is it Meadowhall, the big shopping centre there? So who else could we get on? And one of Sheffield's favourite sons, legendary football manager, Neil Warnock. Neil, a very good morning.
Good morning, Neil.
Yeah, good morning, lad. Yeah,
you know what's coming here, Neil, don't you? You know what's coming here.
I didn't know you were having me on to talk about Sullivan.
Well, no, I didn't. They've just told me. I thought we were going to talk about blades and owls. But all of a sudden, they said Neil's got the hump. Sheffield's the greatest city. I said, well, why does he live down in Devon?
I know. I moved 30 years ago. But,
there's nothing wrong with Sheffield. I'm not having that.
No. Listen, when you're practicing in the working men's clubs and the Crucible and all them places, they're nice, but you know the women don't see the lovely areas. I mean, 5 minutes from Sheffield, 10 minutes from Sheffield, and you're in a most beautiful countryside, Chatsworth and Baslow and all them places, Bakewell. It's just an amazing place, and I know what you're saying about the weather. Gabby, because you do in the snow. When I was a young kid, 1962, I think it was, we had snow right up past the gas lamps, right? You know, the old lights.
Well, where is the old Woodhead Pass? Is that between Sheffield and Manchester?
Yeah, it is. But don't compare us with Manchester, do you? I mean, you said Manchester.
I know.
Manchester is nice. Hill.
Oh, Alan, Sheffield's better, mate.
You tell me Fergie lives in a council estate? There's nothing wrong with council estate, by the way, because my middle one was born in Oldham.
No, you think you can find nice places anywhere if you look for it.
I was in Stannington.
I mean, the people that you've just spoke about, like Sullivan, like Rio, like Gabby. Yeah, I can see them in Dubai, can't you, Alan? I mean, they're all Dubai people, aren't they?
You know, the Friday brunch there.
Neil, don't start, Neil. I'm not a Dubai.
Walking around in flip-flops. Around the spooning
Capello soon told him off for that. Go and change them. Neil, you're dead right. We want to talk about blades and owls.
Yes.
First of all, Chris is in trouble. Booted a ball into the stands. He's apologised. I didn't mean it. What do you make of that?
Well, I thought I would have just bent it into the top of the dugout. That's what I would have done. But I don't make much of it. We've all got passion, haven't we, really? I think it's just frustration. And it's in Sheffield at the minute. What with Sheffield Wednesday's owners not knowing what the hell they're doing. It's just it's a bit of a gloomy place at the moment.
I wanted to ask you about that, Neil, because, I was at Sheffield Wednesday on loan. I wasn't great there at all at 18, but fond of the club. And the players are fighting... You know what I mean? They're just about nearly got a win against Birmingham City. Last minute, Mari Gray equaliser. The players are giving everything on the pitch. The fans are depressed with the club at the moment. And you're going to punish them by the owners not paying the wages, by deducting them points.
It looks like a point deduction.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's not fair enough.
I don't like that at all.
The thing is, Alan, the league should have changed all this by now. They've had long enough to look at owners like this that they can just go in and make a decision on them, because it's been happening for a couple of years, really. I think I spoke to him a few years ago about going in, and then it's one of them things. He doesn't care now about the club, so he's not gonna go forward. So the only intervention, really, like you say, should be the EFL, because Barry Bannon, I mean, he gets better with age. Him, he's like a good wine. Yeah, like a good bottle of wine. Him, when I watch him play, and the enthusiasm he's got, and they've lost a lot of good players, and they still, like you said, they should have beat Birmingham the other night, shouldn't they? So it is a depressing place at the minute, football wise. But everybody has times like that. They have to come back, don't they? Have to bounce and come back. And,
can they get out of it? Well, can both get out of it, Neil? If Wednesday get a deduction, it's going to be difficult. But United can get out of this, surely.
Do you know what, Alan? It's the most open championship I've ever seen. This you've got Middlesbrough. I like Rodgers. I think you've got Middlesbrough and Coventry, and then anybody. I agree with you. You can't say Ipswich are favourites now.
No,
I agree totally with you that. So but I look at it, and I mean, I watched Norwich. A bit of Norwich. I was last night while I was doing the QPR Oxford game. Look at Sky, and I watched Norwich, and they had so many chances, Alan, and they missed so many chances and go and lose 1-0.
Well, they go to Portland Road at the weekend. It's attracted.
I know. Oh no, I think they're away from home. I think. So it's but there's no teams. There's no real
West
team.
Brom are up there as well, Neil. West Brom are up there. Leicester are not bad. So do you think you're dead right? It is open.
Do you think this is Coventry season though, Frank Lampard? Because they're on fire, aren't they? Unbeaten this season.
I mean, and Jack Rodoni, who's my favourite player. He's my favourite. He'll play in the Premiership one way or another. He was injured last night, and they still won 4. So, I mean, he's got a lovely way about him now, Frank. I'm pleased for him now because he looks so relaxed now, and he doesn't look het up like, a couple of times when I've watched him previous years, he's been a bit stressed. I know it's just stressful, but he's relaxing, he's enjoying it. Yes. And I think when you're like that as a manager and you enjoy your job, I think it brings the best out of your players.
Neil,
I think they play with the freedom.
No, absolutely. Do you know who'd be really waking up this morning again? And you've spoken at length lately. Pep. 2-1 up Monaco. Haaland's in great form. He's hungry as ever. The goals are flying in, and they blow it again late on.
I know.
What is he going to do? What is he going to do about that? Or what can you do as a manager?
Alan, I was up there talking a few months ago and talking with him and everything. And the only thing wrong with is, like, at times, the centre halves get carried away. Even in the league, I think it was about 2 games ago, they're trying to play offside in the last minute when they're winning. And one long ball and the score. It does his hair. I say it does his hair, and if he had any.
Yeah.
But it just... Honestly, he spends time he does spend time on that training ground, but I think centre halves are letting him down at the minute.
And Arsenal are looking good, Neil. It looks as if they've got a quality squad, playing with a lot of confidence.
I would like you, Gabby, the striker. How do you say it, Gerke? Guy Keys? How do you say it?
Gyökeres.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Gyökeres.
Wow, well done, Gyökeres. I mean, I thought he did well at Coventry. But and then he had a good year away. But I'm not sure he's the total answer, if I'm honest. But at least they have a target, don't they? They have somebody up there to aim for. So I mean, the back defence, I don't think there's any comparison. I think Liverpool will be absolutely gutted now they didn't get the Crystal Palace.
Well, they're shaking at the moment, Liverpool, aren't they? They are shaking. You never know what he's going to do, Neil. Neil, what's happening the next few days? What sort of weekend you got?
Believe it or not, I'm going to Isle of Man to my mates over there. I'm said I speak at a dinner there on Friday night, and I haven't been there. He's been inviting me over for years, so I'm going to have a couple of days over there. Really, I normally would be with Torquay because I've been really enjoyed the non-league with Torquay, Alan. 3,500 fans. Like when we first started, going back in time.
Yeah.
The atmosphere, going to the games and everything. They don't worry about all these big-time Charlies, do they?
Lovely part of the world as well, Neil.
Yeah. So I'm really enjoying it there. And Paul Watton's doing a good job. And I've really enjoyed because something, when you do pack in, when you call it a day, you can never replicate that final whistle. That you can go to the garden centre only so many times and take the dog for a walk, can't you? You've got to have something, I think. Otherwise, I think you just drift away when you're
get back in it then.
Well, I don't work till February, Alan.
Manchester United job, Neil. They're struggling.
Hey, listen. When you talk about that, have you ever laughed so much in your life when he's got the Subbuteo table on his lap in that game?
That was hilarious, wasn't it?
I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, I cannot believe what he's just done in front of the cameras. I've seen it all, but listen, I'm available. If they're struggling, I'll go in. I won't charge him anything. I'll do it for nothing.
Yeah, lovely.
So, yeah, put my name in there.
Get Neil back.
I'm afraid I find that hard to believe, Neil. But anyway, we'll move on.
I know.
Listen, have a great weekend over in Douglas. Isle of Man, mate. Thank you.
Yeah.
Speak later.
Cheers,
have a nice
Neil.
weekend.
Thank you.
Do you know what? Maybe they need someone like Neil to go in and tell a few hard truths.
Well, like he says there, he's laughing so much, because if that was an older manager, they'd be like, "Oh, dinosaur! Look at him with his tactics board." But Ruben Amorim doing it at 38 years of age, it looked a bit silly, didn't it?
Okay, coming up 10 minutes to 9.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
Okay, still to come on breakfast, we're going to ask a man who played under Arnie Slot and under Gabby's captaincy, Ron Vlaar, who reckons Gabby was lazy, whether Liverpool are certain to respond to recent criticism, as well as what the Villa can expect against Feyenoord, who started the season really well in Holland tonight. It's live on talkSPORT 2, don't forget. That was a look ahead with Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With 250 hire branches nationwide, it's easy to hire at Travis Perkins.
Seven minutes to 9 o'clock. Happy to say, join us now, former Villa and Fano defenders, just blank Gabby's call. Played under Arne Slot at AZ Alkmaar as well. A very good morning to Ron Vlaar. Ron, morning.
Good morning, Ron.
Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Gabby. Hi, Alan.
How are you, Ron? All good?
I'm fine, thank you. Yes. Cannot complain.
We're going to talk Feyenoord now. Feyenoord have started the season really well, so this is not easy for Villa.
No, of course not. Away in the Kuip is never an easy game. The atmosphere will be great, and they have a very good team. So I'm looking forward to an exciting game. I'm happy that Villa also won their first league game this weekend. So yeah, they're getting in better shape and better form, and hopefully it's going to be a great game.
When you was at AZ Alkmaar, I want to move on to that now, Ron. You played under Arne Slot. I want to just find out from you what sort of manager he was. What was his training like? Was it intense? Was it attacking based? Can you just give us an idea, please, mate?
It was intense, and it was attacking style. And even if I was over 30, I was probably most fit in my career because all the exercises we did, all the training sessions, it was all based on high intensity and high quality as well. So yeah, that he's doing so well is not a surprise. I didn't expect him to accelerate this quick. Going from AZ to Feyenoord, being champion, and going to the Premier League, being champion straight away as well. So, yeah, that's not something what is an easy achievement. So, yeah, he did an amazing job, of course.
Ron, where are we with Dutch football? Because PSV got a good point last night against the Germans, Leverkusen, didn't they?
I think so. Yes, I saw part of the game. I think they played a very, very good game. They lost the first game at home against Union.
The Belgian side.
And they lost 4-0, of course, against Newcastle last night. So, to have a point in an away game is very solid.
Yeah, because we and Alan were trying to work out the last Dutch team to win a European trophy. And I think it's Feyenoord in 2002, the UEFA Cup, when Van Persie was playing. It's been too long, hasn't it, Ron? But is that due to the finances and the better players that come through at these clubs get bought by Premier League, Spanish teams as well?
Of course, that's one of the reasons. I think so. But like Feyenoord was not far away a few years back in the Conference League, playing the final against AS Roma. So we've been there. With the Dutch teams, we've been there close as well. I think it was 2019 that Ajax got to the semis in the Champions League with the crazy comeback from Tottenham. And I've played also the semi-finals in 2005 with AZ Alkmaar, which especially back then was an amazing achievement with such a small club playing European football for the first time. So we've been there close, but to really achieve and win. It demands more, and we have to figure out, even if we don't have the biggest money, how to achieve these kind of things. And I believe it's possible, but a lot of things has to happen before that.
And don't forget 1981, Ron, great AZ Alkmaar side who got stuffed by Ipswich Town.
Yes, in the finals as well. And
they were a good side, Alkmaar, let me tell you.
Yes,
good side.
Yes, definitely. Yes, speaking about the 80s, I think it's also a very special game for all villains. In the Kuip in 1982, of course, they won the European, the Champions League. It wasn't called the Champions League back then, but I think it's, altogether, it's a great game coming up tonight.
I go back, Ron, to the great Ajax side, 60s and 70s, Cruyff and team players like that. Ajax were magnificent in those days. The football was sensational.
But Feyenoord as well, they're unbeaten in their last 6 home Europa League games. It'll be a tough evening for Aston Villa tonight, won't it, Ron? That atmosphere as well.
Yeah, definitely. I saw them live playing in AZ Alkmaar a few weeks back in the league. And they're physically strong. They have a good plan. Of course, with Van Persie as the coach, everyone will know him. And they have they only lost a Braga away. So they're in good shape, and I believe they have a good chance to get a good result.
How far can Van Persie go in his manager career? Because he's doing a fantastic job, isn't he? He'll be looking hopefully to win many trophies if he can with Feyenoord, but maybe move on to another European club one day?
Well, probably. I think that will be his goal as well. His ambitions as a player back then and now as a coach. So I think he wants to go for the highest possible. He started at Heerenveen with the first team and now in Feyenoord. And I think he's doing a great job so far. And I think he still has to learn as well. Things comes to my mind. He changed one time. He changed the goalie during a cup game.
Yes.
Because he thought not because of an injury, like things like that. He's really authentic actually, and he believes in what he's doing. So that's strong. But you can't be, how you say that, stubborn.
Stubborn. Yes.
Yeah, stubborn. Yes. Thank you.
Well, like Gabby.
Well, Gabby,
Ron, where are you living now? Are you back in Holland?
Yes, I live near Amsterdam.
Oh, lovely.
So I work for the youth academy from AZ.
Lovely.
And yeah, I'm enjoying my time. You know, work with the defenders and trying to get a connection and trying to tell them what is necessary to become first team player. And yeah, we're doing well, so it's nice. We play Youth League as well, so it's a good chance we might face Aston Villa in the next round if we go. We both go through the first round. So it would be nice to go back to Birmingham as well.
Ron, my old buddy, he's getting old now, but Arnold Muren, is he still coaching the kids?
I'm not sure. I used to work for Ajax, I think, in the youth. I'm not sure if he's doing that still or in Volendam, where he's from.
Yes.
But yeah, of course, I know him. I know him as a player, but it's all from the videos.
A long time ago, and of course, his brother was a big Ajax player as well, Geary.
Yeah,
listen, Ron, enjoy the game tonight.
Thank you,
Good
Ron.
luck with your
Look after yourself,
academy
mate.
and who you're looking after, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a good time.
Ron
Cheers.
Vlaar there you go. So they do look after the kids over there in terms of academies and stuff. Some of the, you talk to Mario Melchior about the the Ajax Academy.
Oh,
some of the
players
players
that
that
they've
come
brought
through
for
there,
years.
brilliant.
We've got a break though.
They've been doing it for a long time.
Producer's giving us evils, mate.
I don't care.
Oh,
I don't care. He's just got the hump because we're short of three staff this morning. Right, 9 o'clock.
Corinthian Casuals are a team in the Combined Counties League Premier Division South. Despite that, they're one of the most important clubs in world football. Here's why. The club was formed in 1939 as the result of a merger between Corinthians FC and Casuals FC. Now, Corinthians FC were founded in the late 1800s when the FA's top brass were sick of getting pumped by Scotland every time they played them. As a result, a man called Nicholas Lane Jackson set up an amateur side which would bring in the best players who could all play for the national side. And it worked. It wasn't long before England were dominating the international fixtures they played, and it was largely down to Corinthians. In fact, In 1894 and 1895, they played consecutive games where Corinthians provided the entire England 11. But the thing is, the players refused to play professional football. They didn't believe in it. They wanted to spread the values of sportsmanship, competition, and played for the love of the game. It also helped that most of the players were Oxbridge graduates who didn't need the money. But instead of entering the league and cup competitions, they played exhibition football and toured the world, bringing the beautiful game with them. And it was this which spread the game throughout the world and made it so popular. Most famously, in 1910, they travelled to Brazil. And the locals in Sao Paulo were so impressed, they started their own team under the same name. Yes, the same Corinthians who won the FIFA Club World Cup in 2021, one of the biggest football teams in Brazil. Now, they were global superstars, and despite not being professional, Corinthians drew in the crowds. Everybody wanted to play them, everybody wanted to watch them. So much so, they regularly played the winners of the FA Cup in what eventually became the Community Shield, winning most of the time. They actually inflicted Manchester United's worst defeat, 11-3, a record which still stands to this day. Now, fast forward to today, Corinthian Casuals still don't pay their staff or players. The ethos of sportsmanship is still at the heart of everything that they do. And even though they're a side in the lower leagues, if you make the trip to King George's Field in Tolworth just off the A3, you'll most likely bump into Brazilian Corinthians fans who often make the pilgrimage across the globe just to watch their founding team play.
Panic up this morning, aren't they, behind that desk, Gab? So you upsetting them?
They're not happy with you.
All three of them.
Got a break on time, mate.
Oh, really? talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil and Gabby. The good friends at Arnold Clark get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed, and fresh from the Emirates Stadium is Super Ali.
Morning, boys.
Good morning, Alistair. I did hear your dulcet tones last night, and Arsenal looked good, but I was a bit worried as the game went on, just one goal in it.
Do you know something, boys? It was an excellent game from start to finish. I really enjoyed it. Arsenal, well, I said to Gabby outside there, Arsenal for the first 45 minutes I thought they were tremendous, particularly Odegaard, right? I thought he was different class.
Well, I don't.
The problem, you're right.
Pelters.
Well, no, he was brilliant. But the problem was they could have killed the game off in the first half. And then, I'll be brutally honest with you, David Raya makes a ridiculous save from Podence, right? What a save it is. And from total domination, they could have actually got in at one each.
Yeah.
And then Olympiacos, I thought, came out second half. They've got some tidy players in forward areas. El Cabi, Podence played well. Quintino.
I like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but was it Podence?
Podence, yeah. It was the one that's at Wolves.
I like him, always have.
Oh, so they had some good players in forward areas. created one or two wee chances, and then Odegaard slid the ball through for Saka for the. Did you see the second goal being a chance?
Yeah,
No?
I've seen the second goal, Saka's goal.
Aye.
He sort of saves it, goes under him. We was watching Barcelona PSG. First 20 minutes, Lamine Yamal.
Ridiculous.
He was doing stuff that you see on video games. Like, honestly, Al. Like,
and Rashford for the goal. That was a beautifully weighted pass
it's
for Barca's opening goal.
Lamine Yamal. And he doesn't even need a yard. Outside of the left foot, passing behind.
Yeah, he loves that.
Ali,
one.
honestly, I'll break my ankles doing
I used to do that myself. I said left peg, but against his
Any
Alkmaar.
clips?
Yeah, UEFA Cup final. You're fine for Paul Manners.
Just outside of the.
Absolutely, cut inside.
Was that after you were
inside? Whipped it in.
That after you were running the channel?
Yes, it was down the left wing. Well, made him cut inside, left peg, bang.
I'll say something, right? When we did the Barcelona Inter Milan game, right, in Barcelona, Gabby, I'm not kidding you. And because it's not a new camp, it wasn't the normal commentary positions. So the commentary position for us was effectively right on the 18-yard box that Barcelona were attacking. Yamal.
Wow.
Oh, man alive, Gab.
Different class.
Right in front of us. And to be fair to the boy DeMarco, he could have kicked him, right? But he went off, needed 2 discipline, man, on it. Yeah. He just could not get near him. Oh, and it was, Gabby's right, it was like watching someone of these computer games.
Nice, special. Yeah, Ali, what's Pep thinking this morning?
Oh, do you know something? It's one of these stages. They'll be fine, absolutely fine. Do you know? But they'll be disappointed. Clearly, we're disappointed. And in the irony, Eric Dyer scoring the penalty, but you just couldn't make it up. He'll be disappointed, but he'll know. But you know something? It'll be away. They'll be looking to the weekend before the international break. Really, because they can't. You and I spoke about it yesterday. I think he'll quite like the fact that they're going maybe perhaps a wee bit slightly under the radar underneath Liverpool and Arsenal. Yeah. I don't think he'll mind that.
Yeah.
And clearly he'll be disappointed.
He's not sure about his defence.
No.
The way
neither are we,
against
really.
Arsenal, that's not a Pep thing to do. I don't think he's sure about his centre-half.
No.
Looking ahead to tonight, Ali, what sort of game do you expect Rangers? Will they be climbing every mountain?
Climb
every mountain.
You said to me you would mention football tonight if I come in to see you. Al, I don't know what to expect tonight. I really don't. I'm obviously doing a game and
not easy in Austria.
No, it's not.
A lot easier, but not easy in Austria.
No, I'm not even sure it would be nowadays, Al. You know, because we were beaten last week at home by a team that, in normal circumstances, in a European night, would have beaten comfortably. So I'm not sure what we'll get.
We had Alex McLeish on last week, and I says, Livingston will be looking to get a result against Rangers, and he laughed it off. No. He was like, Gabby, what are you talking about?
No, you're
and
right.
a last-minute goal to save the day. They were better, weren't the Rangers? But you should be beating Livingston 3-4-5s.
Only thing I'd level out by saying I know it sounds crazy, but it can be a really difficult place to go, one of these wee tight places. But you are spot on. But I'll be honest, Gab, I wasn't particularly confident going into the game on a Sunday, and that's an incredible thing for somebody like me to say. I was more hoping than full of expectations, you know.
Where are you the weekend? What games you?
Nothing, mate. Brilliant.
Oh, lovely.
So I'll be watching the boys.
2 weeks running, nothing.
Yeah. So, but give me a break. My game. Hold on a minute. Look at us.
You do something wrong.
I'm in here for the Inquisition. I've been at games.
How'd you get away with that?
Hold on a minute. I've done Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. What you like?
He wants you working 6 days out of 7.
But your real job's
yes, the bread and butter. Bread and butter. So, in answer to your question, I'll be watching Chelsea Liverpool. Is that the 5:30 one? I've been watching the boys. The boys have got games. I've not seen the kids play.
It's a tricky one because Chelsea are not exactly pulling up trees, and Liverpool defensively. Oof.
And Alisson's out, isn't he?
Yeah. You see the way he went down there, grimacing, he hurt himself.
The only thing I would say is I was at Stamp the Bridge on Tuesday, Gab. I wasn't convinced, mate.
No.
I wasn't convinced at all. In fact, the game could have went as you'd expected. Chelsea, the majority, a lot of the possession, vast majority of the possession. Benfica had the better chances.
Yeah, I watched the early doors and I thought this looked Benfica looked a very good side.
What do you think, no lads? I mean, Newcastle, but obviously a great result yesterday as well. But do you not think the English sides at this moment in time, they're just, I mean, they're not. I don't think they're fully committed to the tournament. You know, we're not.
But I was listening to you and Jeff, and like Jeff was like,
"Oh, he doesn't like it."
Yeah, I don't like it because you can lose this game, and you can. I love it, but I get what he's saying. That like even Liverpool loses to Galatasaray, no problem. I'm still going to get into the top 8.
But it was the same as before.
Yeah, the home and away.
I don't see the difference with
the
the
same amount of games, wasn't it? But it's like
Barca PSG. How can you not like that game?
Wow.
Of course, yeah.
Well, even the other games in the last couple of nights. You know what I mean? Some brilliant games the last couple of nights.
Totally agree. But I think Liverpool, they still need time, don't they? Because would you bring Wirtz out the team for a game?
Mate, you know.
But Alan was saying you can't do that because...
Who said that? When did I say that?
No, Andy said it last night.
Oh, thank you.
Andy says, no, you can't have a £115 million player on the bench, but you can.
Of course you can.
It's better for the team, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Your mate Andy?
If it's for the better of the team.
Hi, Andy.
Yeah, nice guy.
If it's for the better of the team.
Yep.
He's got to do it. But first, I know what you're saying. He's just... Listen, you can see he's a terrific player. He's just not looking comfortable.
What about Celtic tonight at home?
No interested.
No, you are. Yeah. You got your Portugal on your holidays, don't you?
I do.
I am not telling you who we're playing. You know fine well.
Come on, no, tell me who you're playing.
Playing the Braga, Portugal.
What do you think?
I think it's tough. I think we might get a result, but I think it's a hard game.
I'll tell you what I will say to you.
What?
You'd be disappointed it's not away from home. I'll tell you why. Beautiful wee stadium. Oh, Gabby, what a place this is. North of Porto, northern Portugal, and it's built into the rock.
Yeah, last time we were there was 67, I think, wasn't it? Stadium of Light. You asked for that.
No, you built it up. I never asked for it. You built it up.
Right, are you way up the road?
No, I'm having another 10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
I'm trying to get rid of you.
No, I'm going to have a cup of tea.
Can I say though, there's great news that the people of Scotland are going to see Mr. Brazil next Friday.
Magic
at the Scotland-Greece game.
Oh yeah,
night before.
Oh, don't you start?
What I'm saying, he's going to go to the game as well.
He's trying to have a go at you here, Ali.
No,
he knows I'm busy. He clearly knows I'm busy.
No. He's trying to drop you in it.
I was going to take you for a meal.
I know. Well, I'm going up to Glasgow. Yes.
Yeah. Are you happy to go back home?
And Ali, I was home last weekend.
Well,
and Ali may well be there as well. All right. You don't have to come, Gab.
I'm already turned up to Ali's house.
I thought
I was taking you for a bite to eat the night before.
What do you mean, Ali's house? What again? You mean on the loch?
No. This guy. What? I can't visit one of his properties? Is that not allowed?
Oh no. But you said I thought I was going up to Ali's house. You've already been up there. You're overstaying your welcome.
The
more than
house.
welcome. You've had an open invitation for about 6 years. We've never seen you.
I will be there. Don't worry.
Thursday we'll be there.
You'd love it.
All right.
Where are you staying Thursday?
I've no idea.
Travel Lodge.
No idea. Yep. No, I'll be one Devonshire somewhere. Back in a minute with Ali and Gabby. 17 after 9.
Breakfast football preview on talkSPORT with TNT Sports. Get the agony and the ecstasy, the frustration and the elation all in one place. TNT Sports, not normal. Subscription required. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Me, Brazil, Gabby and Ali's with us. Let's continue to discuss the European football with TNT Sports. We're talking about centre-forwards, Gyökeres earlier.
Yes.
Mbappe, Haaland, Kane, all in the goals at the moment. Who's in the best form at the moment? Would it be Haaland?
Oh, well. I mean, it's some question that. Can we disregard Harry Kane?
Got to be Harry Kane.
I mean, I've got to say, Haaland started, I think, brilliantly. And he looks, Gabby, I don't know what you think. He looks as though, I don't know, bizarrely, he looks kind of more aggressive, right up.
Oh, yeah, no, he does, you're right.
Particularly in defensive areas, man. Yep. He's back heading balls out. I mean, his goal at Arsenal, I thought, was
unbelievable.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
And his first goal last night.
Yeah.
Little dink in behind for RDL.
Second one was good
header as well, yeah.
So if you were Pep, wouldn't you be saying, guys, to your wide players, get half a yard, whip it in there. The big fellas in top form.
Listen,
don't make them wait. Don't discourage them. Just get half a yard and get it in there.
I don't think they do that enough. You know, I think City sometimes try and score the perfect goal, boys. You know, and they're great in possession. They'll play wee passes, and sometimes they'll just come out of areas. Whereas, boys, you know better than them, do. If you're a front man, the winger or the wide man, he doesn't even need to beat the fullback. He just needs to get half yard and whip it in.
There was a perfect example after they equalised. Eric Dyer, last seconds of the game, Gavardiol had the ball, and Haaland got his arms up, crossed the ball, takes extra touch, tries to get past the player, loses it. Haaland's having the massive tantrum.
Absolutely.
Like, crossed the ball. I've scored a great header from you crossing the ball early.
Well, it's great to see him do that, because there was a period last year he was just strolling about because, he it was almost as if he wasn't interested in showing for the ball or making runs until it went wide. Now he's on his toes, isn't he?
Yeah.
Get it in there.
Definitely.
Get it in
As
there.
I said earlier, I thought his goal at the Arsenal just kind of summed him up with the power and the run through, the aggression and the composed finish. But boys, come on. What about Harry Kane?
Wow. I mean, sensational. And the Germans, some of the German newspapers, the press, not that long ago, were giving him sticks, and he only does it. He doesn't do it in big games.
10 in 5 in the Bundesliga, 4 goals in 2 games in the Champions League, 17 in total in 9 games. It's incredible, isn't it?
I just think that's remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. And by the way, while we're at it, we've got to bring up the other fella as well.
Mbappe. Oh, yeah, he's back on song, isn't he?
But you know what I love, right? Tell me I'm wrong then. See, the three of them were sitting here discussing their qualities and we could talk till tea time, but they're all different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Agreed.
I would think Gyökeres would attempt to be more like a Haaland, right? I don't think he could be a Harry Kane. He certainly couldn't be an Mbappe.
Well,
but the three we've mentioned, Haaland, Mbappe and Kane, are A, brilliant, and B, different.
Harry hasn't got the pace of the other two, has he?
No.
He's got the aggression.
He's got the guile. And he can drop in more than the other two, I think.
Absolutely. Haaland's more a direct centre forward. Mbappe can play wide with that pace, can drift wide, whereas I can't see Kane. Kane drifts short, but not wide.
Yeah.
And Haaland doesn't go wide.
Well, what he started doing more, though, Harry Kane, is that he'll come off and get involved in play, but now he's breaking his neck to get in the box.
Yeah. But what I would ask you now, and what I'd suggest to you, if Arsenal, who you watched last night, Ali, were to go on, there's some people talking about they could do the double, they could win the Premier League and be champions of Europe. Have they got the centre forward anywhere near the three we've just spoken about?
Not at the moment.
No.
I don't think. Not at the moment. The three that we've spoke about are a completely different level. The one thing I would say, and I know you think the same, Gyökeres works his socks off, right? And I don't know if you agree, Gab. I think there's been an improvement in him the last 2 or 3 games. I really do. I thought he did a lot of very, very good things last night. Physical, held the ball up, went in behind a couple of times. But I still think A, he has to improve, but B, I think he will continue to improve. Whether he reaches the level of the boys that we spoke about or not.
You see, Harry Kane, he's never going to be a finisher like Harry Kane.
Correct.
He's never going to be as quick as Mbappe, what Mbappe offers.
Yep.
And I don't think he's got the acceleration and physicality of Haaland as well. He's never going to be as good as them.
I know what you mean.
But it doesn't mean he can't add to Arsenal, though.
I tell you what he doesn't mind. He doesn't mind the physical side of it.
He does.
In fact, he quite enjoys that, the physical side of it. But then, you're right what you're saying there, Al, but they've got another option. And when he comes back and he could play in that false 9, which they did for a period, and that'd be Havertz.
Yeah.
You know, and they've got some squad. See when we saw the team last night, Gab. Do you know the first thing I did?
Check the bench.
Aye. I didn't even look at the team. I looked at the bench.
Do you make them favourites to win the Premier? Arsenal?
Do you know what I did? I think I said to you yesterday. See, at the start of the season when we do our predictions, I fancied Liverpool. Right, I really did. I thought with the window they've had and they've strengthened incredibly well. But bizarrely, after Szoboszlai scored that goal to beat Arsenal, I had a sneaky wee feeling for Arsenal, you know. I just think defensively, I look at the two centre-backs, even Mascara that came on at the centre-back, I like him. David Raya's a good goalie. I just worry about Liverpool if they lost Alisson, or particularly Van Dijk.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you with Van Dijk.
I think we're in for a brilliant season, lads, I mean,
Yeah.
But like you said about defensively, Liverpool conceded 11 goals this season. Arsenal 3.
Yeah.
In all competitions.
There you are, mate. There you are.
Says it all, doesn't it?
It does, actually.
Ali, you've got to head off.
I'm heading off. Great to see you, boys. Thanks.
We'll see you next week, eh?
Can't get too much of a good thing, lads.
Good luck tonight, mate.
Appreciate it. Where you now?
I've got a couple of meetings, and then I'm definitely going on the bike this afternoon before.
Alan told me you're going on holiday soon. Is that right, Alan?
Well, what I've got to do is
a couple of breaks. Yeah, a couple of days break. Yeah.
No. What I've got to do now today, Gab, I've got to book my holidays around Alan's holidays.
Yeah, I heard he's going away.
Alan's away next week.
Oh, really, Alan?
Yeah, I'm filling in. He's away again.
Days.
But you said earlier you're not going away.
I'm going to. I don't tell you everything, Gabby, because you got a big mouth.
So I'm filling in for
what a nice guy,
fella.
Lovely,
as you do.
Thank you.
Great
right, we'll have a wee night out Thursday. We're joined by a couple of Red Rose heroes. England lifted the Rugby World Cup on Saturday. Megan Jones and Jess Breach were with us live in the studio. That was thanks to TNT Sports. Stream over 185 UEFA Champions League matches and every match of the Europa League and the Conference League, of course, live with TNT Sports on Discovery Plus. Or watch TNT Sports channel on EE, Sky and Virgin Media. We're back in a tick. Cheers, Ali.
Breakfast football preview on talkSPORT with TNT Sports. Get the agony and the ecstasy, the frustration and the elation all in one place. TNT Sports, not normal. Subscription required. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Over the last few years, Formula One has gone from elitist and insular to a global entertainment brand. The transformation's down to American investment group Liberty Media, who cultivated a new image for the sport since buying it in 2016. Better access to drivers, improved content on social media, and tapping into the US market have given F1 a massive boost in both attention and revenues. But is everyone happy? The fans certainly are, as evidenced by Drive to Survive. Almost 7 million people per season have tuned in to get all the gossip and all the drama from the paddock. The extra exposure means the drivers can demand a higher salary too. In 2010, the top drivers were earning $20 million a year, which isn't bad. But now, the very best earn 3 times that, with Max Verstappen getting a whopping $65 million in 2025. But money doesn't always buy happiness. Some drivers, including Verstappen, don't like the pageantry the changes have brought about. In Las Vegas in 2023, Verstappen said the drivers were made to look like clowns, and the event was 99% performance and 1% race. Some purists who still watch the sport feel the same, and that the spirit of competition has suffered. But Formula One and Liberty Media don't look like slowing down anytime soon. So expect more races, major events and exclusive access in future.
Okay, 25 minutes to 10 o'clock. There you go, Gab. Any famous people in your school?
Yeah, there was actually. Yeah, we'll talk about it later though.
Jim Kerr, Charlie.
I remember them. Yeah.
Talking to Frank's wife, isn't it? Christy. Is it Christine? Frank Lampard.
Oh, is it? Interesting.
Yeah, see, Gabby, come on, get up there.
Yeah, but you need to promote talkSPORT, not other shows.
This is talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Alan. Gabby and Arnold Clark get £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Right, it's not every day you're joined by 2 World Cup winners in the studio, but that's where we find ourselves now after England's women's rugby team brought it home this past weekend in front of over 80,000.
The full-time whistle has just gone, and it is tears of joy for the Red Roses. It's finished Canada 13, England 33. England are the world champions. What a moment for this team who have conquered all before them. When they lost at Eden Park against New Zealand in the last World Cup final 3 years ago, eyes immediately turned to this moment on home soil, and they haven't lost since that defeat. This is their 33rd victory in a row. By a mile, it is their most important. It is a moment that they will hope will define and shape the future of English rugby, of women's rugby, in front of 82,000 at Twickenham. England have their golden finish. They're the most professional side. They're the standard setters in the women's game. And they are finally, for the first time since 2014, the champions of the world. The full-time score in the Women's World Cup final, Canada 13, England 33.
Now, with us now in the studio live, happy to be joined by Megan Jones and Jess Breach, 2 members of the World Cup winning side. Ladies, very good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
82,000 there, what was that?
Incredible.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, I think the fans, the whole tournament have been like amazing. But yeah, to walk out in front of 82,000 people, the walkway when we got off the bus, even when we warmed up, like it was all mental, like so crazy.
Yeah, the occasion I think couldn't have been better, to be honest. As soon as we came off that bus, the south stand was just full. And I think it was a bit of a tearjerker, like everyone was kind of like overwhelmed, but like such a nice, happy feeling. And
energy-wise, a bit drained?
What, now?
No.
Yeah, what, during? Yeah, a little bit. I was like, not drained so much, but I think it was kind of that numb feeling, like your body, all the blood just kind of rushed to your legs, and you were kind of just really present and in the moment. And yeah, it was just surreal, but honestly, still on a massive buzz about it all because it was just class.
Is this a sign of things to come now, though? Because a record crowd, women's rugby on the rise. Is this a time for more investment as well?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope people just see the for what it is. Nothing, it's no more than just a game of rugby, and the environment, the atmosphere is amazing, and yeah, I think also it's such a good day out for families, etc. And to see that happening, and just seeing so many videos of like dads with their young girls on their shoulders, I just thought that really got me, because I was just like, oh, that's the feelings. Those are the moments they'll look back on and go, I was at that World Cup winning game, and that was the moment that turned them to kind of go, this is inspiring, this is what I want.
Yeah. And Jess, the National Lottery have been big, haven't they? They've really supported women's rugby.
Yeah, no, huge. I think the National Lottery have done amazing stuff for rugby, like the grassroots level have really picked up, and you can see so many boys and girls like joining their local rugby club. We've got Rugby Fest coming up this weekend where all of us Red Roses will be at different clubs, taking our medals, speaking to the next generation. And I think it's just really important for people to just go and find their club, which you can find. And
this is it's exactly the same as the women's football, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got to now take it on more steps.
Yeah, definitely.
Get more people playing.
Yeah, for sure. It's a movement. It's a motion. We want to keep it going, and we have the PWR, which is our like normal league starting in 4 weeks' time. We want this momentum to just keep picking up. We want fans to be coming to those stadiums. We want people to be coming to their like local team, which I think you'll find. If you're in North London, it'll be Saracens. If near Ealing, you'll go to Ealing Trailfinders. And I think that's really important, that you can just go and find us, and you can watch us on every weekend.
Well, that's important, isn't it? Because even men's rugby, in terms of club rugby, you try and get a ticket for Twickenham for the big internationals. It's impossible, but we could do with more people going through the gate. Men's, club rugby. And I would imagine it's the same as you. 82,000 is fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, it's huge. And I think the thing we wanted to do was touch base with the fans personally as well. Like, we've all got individual stories. Like, you boys will have individual legacies that you want to fulfill. And we felt like we did that. We were able to connect emotionally. And that's what people buy into, is that emotional journey, the person, not just the team. So hopefully we still have that now going into the Premiership, and people can buy into the player just as much as the team.
I think you find as well, when we spoke to the women's football teams whenever they've won tournaments, and it's like, well done, but now it's about the grassroots, and like get young girls coming through, watching you guys win 82,000, and they're probably thinking, I want to go and do that. Have they got the facilities? Have they got the funding? Is there enough? Because we always moan about maybe there should be more money put in for pitches and facilities for girls and boys to play sport.
Yeah, definitely. And hopefully, and that's what Rugby Fest is going to do this weekend, the fact that a week out from us winning the World Cup, we're all going to local communities, trying to touch base across the whole country. And if you don't have a club, it's on findrugby.com, really accessible. There's ample amount of opportunity at the moment to kind of just keep that momentum going. And we do a lot as well to touch base with the community. Like, we don't just stop there, we go out as much as we can. We send videos, messages, etc. Because we know how important that is. Our message has always been, and will be, for the girls. And that's the legacy we want to keep.
What about club rugby then? Are you about to have you just started the season, or are you, because you've just won the World Cup? But the next few months, are you back into it? Or because the men's has just started, hasn't it?
Yeah, it did start the same weekend as our Prem final. We don't have to talk about that, but that's fine. But the Cup rugby has been going on at the club, so it's just a different championship. So players that potentially are just coming new to rugby or found a new club can now play in the Cup Rugby, and then we'll start in 4 weeks' time. The PWR will start kick off, and there might be a new
October the 25th.
Oh, get dates right. There might be a new champion. Of that, because Gloucester Hartbury have won.
The holidays on the beach coming up, just to
There's a
body.
Yeah, Jess is in Dubai next week.
I'm in
so.
Dubai next week. Yeah.
Deserved.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
There's good chat about Ibiza, but apparently there's floods, so I'm not sure.
A bit late now, isn't
we
it?
might have to deviate somewhere else, but it'll be a last minute thing for sure.
I said they should all come to Dubai.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Coister's out there.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He should have told. He wanted that to be a secret, didn't he?
Well, look, stay with us, ladies, because we've got some nice voicemails coming in for us. 9:43. We're with the girls back in a tick. Okay, coming up 12 minutes before 10 o'clock on the Sports Breakfast. Gabby alongside me. We're joined in the studio, though, by 2025 Women's Rugby Cup World Cup winners, We have Megan Jones and Jess Breach with us. We've had plenty calls and texts coming in. A few fans of yours sending some WhatsApp voice notes on the number. You know the number, 03717 223344. Let's hear one now. This is from Good Morning to Kerry.
Hi Megan, hi Jess. Congratulations on winning the World Cup at the weekend. Just wanted to ask, what were the celebrations like on Saturday night and how was the hangover on Sunday?
Can we hear that again, guys? Because the ladies haven't got the headphones on and there's nothing.
Plug it in.
Plugged in.
Oh, dear Dim.
Do you want to repeat it?
Yeah, we'll get it back on for you, don't worry.
Kerry, hang on. We'll get Kerry back on. Nice. We got two pair or not?
No, we'll share.
Right, Kerry, let's hear from Kerry again.
Hi Megan, hi Jess. Congratulations on winning the World Cup at the weekend. Just wanted to ask, what were the celebrations like on Saturday night and how was the hangover on Sunday?
Yeah, celebrations. Everyone's loving this question, but Saturday we were with friends and family at the Cabbage Patch, which was amazing. And then Sunday we made it into London after the Battersea Parade after party. We made it into London and then we were actually at a nightclub in London, which we celebrated.
A nightclub?
Yeah. Well, go on.
Well, Gabby, you know nightclubs in London, though?
10 years ago, maybe. They've all changed now.
Battersea was that evolution, the big, because it's fantastic.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
That is brilliant.
That was amazing. Just even, we had a bus as well, like a logo, O2 logo bus, which said England meet world champions on the side, and that was cool. It just had our faces on the side. So yeah, no, celebrations were good. They didn't finish until I think yesterday, really.
Yeah, we went to Lady Gaga.
Yeah, went to Lady Gaga.
What were you drinking? Just a glass of wine or a bit of fizz?
Disaronno. Yeah,
very sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like marzipan, isn't it?
Yeah, very sweet. No,
not too much of it.
No
Champagne?
shots. No.
Well, we were actually shot in Disaronno, to be fair.
Well, Meg was shot in Disaronno.
No, I'm Mitch. Head coach, yeah.
Let's hear one more. This is Good Morning, Thomas.
Hi guys, congratulations on winning the Rugby World Cup. I just wanted to ask, how as a country do we make the most of what you girls have achieved and inspire the next generation of rugby players?
Yeah, we just want to keep the momentum going, and like we said, this weekend's a perfect opportunity to do that. The Rugby Fest is happening. We're going to be out and about, so please, honestly, log into findrugby.com and find your local club, because I think that's the best thing. Get your little dose of rugby, go along to it, feel the community, and it's given us so much.
I even think if you don't want to maybe play, or you're nervous about playing, just come along and see the vibe. Like, it's such good fun, like it's such a community, and I think you'll find someone that's similar to you, and I think that's what's really important as well. You don't have to play, or you don't have to get involved, just come and experience it.
It's also so inclusive.
Do you get to Penny Hill Park to train?
Yeah, from time to time, yeah.
Nice, isn't it?
You've been, yeah.
Have you stayed there?
Every year.
Yeah, we haven't.
Well, we haven't.
Lucky you.
Royal
Must be nice.
Never been there. Yeah. Never been in the hotel room. Don't know what it looks like.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Is it?
Very, very.
Send us the discount code then.
So you know, girls.
But you see as well, like I want to ask you about, you've done so fantastic winning this now. It needs to go up a level, doesn't it? And like you said, there's no sponsor for
no headline sponsor for the Prem.
Sponsor for the Prem. That's got to change, surely.
So, but the point I was making earlier, the women's football now, the soccer, the football is getting bigger and bigger. Rugby's got to be
exactly. Why not
on the move?
It's the same thing. I think as soon as you realise that it's a product and it's a marketable product, companies start going, yeah, okay, let's actually look at this. But also, you have more women, etc., in those roles, CEOs of companies, wanting to support women, and I think that's where the game can kind of go. If the women can keep elevating each other,
100%.
We get to see
what about
movement.
New Zealand and Canada? Have they got sponsors? Are they more professional than England or not?
No, we're the most professional. Canada were still fundraising while we were at the World Cup to try and put their best foot forward, which they did. And not that they don't have support, but they want more support because, again, it's not that much support that they get from rugby as a whole in Canada. New Zealand are pro, but again, their domestic league probably isn't as good. We've got the best domestic league in the world. Yes. But yet we still don't have a headline sponsor. So, yeah, it's
incredible,
still,
isn't it?
It's still all very fresh.
That'll happen. That'll happen.
Hope
you never know. Maybe in 2 weeks' time we'll see it. Because
true.
The movement.
All the stuff that's happening behind us.
When you get back from Dubai, perfect.
Dubai travel.
Yeah, maybe.
Find a sponsor out in Dubai.
Emirates, I'm sure.
Jumeirah.
So where are you off today, girls? More celebrations or more media?
A bit more media And then, probably more celebration. See if Jess wants to go out for a wine or something.
Maybe.
Well, you did say in the break that you wanted to go to the gym, and
I just feel like a bit soft because when you train so hard and you want to peak for a tournament, you actually don't train as much in the week because you want to peak for the Saturday game. So last week we probably didn't train. Our longest session was like 35 minutes, I think.
Yeah,
so you don't feel like you've exerted energy, and I've got so much energy that I just want to get it out. And when you're eating Nando's and McDonald's,
chicken wings for breakfast. You said.
Chicken wings for breakfast yesterday.
Trying to promote health here.
Yeah, definitely. Balance. We're called hybrid athletes for a reason.
We had an orange before we came in.
We
here.
did, easy peel, and water. The water's here.
Girls, congratulations. Have a great time, and hopefully it'll go from strength to strength.
Appreciate it.
It was lovely having you.
Women's rugby's on the up.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Well, girls, thank you. Jess and Megan there go. Congratulations, world number 1. Fantastic. What about that, Gab? Hey, lovely.
Yeah, but it's amazing.
Yeah, but it's got to get bigger and bigger now, hasn't it?
But like you says there, the first is need to get a sponsor. You know, they shouldn't be playing rugby and not having a sponsor in their league for sure. But it's going to inspire the next generation. 80,000. How many?
82,000.
Yeah, how many young girls are in that crowd thinking, I want to go and play rugby? So incredible what they've done.
You've never played. I've never played rugby.
I played at school.
Did you?
Yeah, my brother played because he went to a grammar school.
All right.
There weren't no football allowed in the grammar school, so he played rugby. So
okay, well done, girls. Time now to look at today's top headlines. Thanks to Movember.
Get ready with Movember on talkSPORT. For the stars is calling. Grow and mow, raise funds, save lives. Sign up now at Movember.com.
Okay, Forest take on the Danes, Michelin tonight, live on talkSPORT 2. Starman Morgan Gibbs-White spoke before the game and has explained why he made a U-turn in his move to Tottenham in the summer.
Just a really stressful time for me personally, for my family. There was a lot of things that happened behind the scenes in my personal life that was difficult to really focus on. I found it difficult to focus on football at the moment and everything that was going on. But in reality, your family is everything, and you have to put them first. And that's a decision I made. I had to put them first and focus on what was right in the moment, and that was being with my wife and my newborn son. So that was what happened in the summer, and I made sure my full concentration and full focus was with them.
Gibbs-White there reveals that he had ongoing personal issues during the transfer saga with Tottenham Hotspur, saying he put his family first.
Yeah.
There you go. Do you expect him to make a move to a bigger club next summer, Gab?
Yes, I do.
It depends what Forest do, isn't it?
Yeah, I just feel that Gibbs-White, he would have wanted to go to Spurs. He would have wanted to play in the Champions League. Of course he would. Didn't happen, maybe because of the owner, and like he says, personal reasons. But I think he'll look at his England teammates, and he'll be looking at like Eze now, Champions League with Arsenal, and he'll be wanting to get to the highest level possible. And one more season, maybe he agreed with the owner. You never know. Sign another deal, and then...
Do you think Ange is worried about the way things are going at the moment?
I don't think so, no, because even though they've lost games, they've played some really good stuff. You just got to work out his best team and get the balance right. You know, is it McAtee or Hutchinson? Is it Hudson-Odoi or Endoy? Is it Chris Wood or Igor Jesus? Which one is it? So he's got to decide the right team.
Okay, that was a look at today's top headlines thanks to Movember. Sign up to Movember.com.
Get ready with Movember on talkSPORT. Grow and start, raise funds, save lives, and change the face of men's health. Sign up now at Movember.com.
Okay, so we have a monster week to bring you next week on the talkSPORT Breakfast Show. What about tomorrow, you tubes? With a whole host of top guests. Former tennis champion, broadcast legend, national hero Sue Barker will be with us. On Wednesday, we bring you the Rugby League Hall of Famer, Martin O'Fire, known as Chariots, and actor Alan Davies, and then we'll head to the track of legendary cyclist Geraint Thomas and four-time British champion jockey Ocean Murphy. Will Ocean be coming in with the Arc de Triomphe as a winning ride this Sunday from Longchamp. And we'll top it all off with Jack Butland as the Rangers goalie joins us for a whole hour. We don't want to miss any of next week on the talkSPORT Breakfast Show. Hope you enjoyed it today. Gabby, have a great day, have a great weekend. Join us from 6. Jim and Simon coming next on talkSPORT.